It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, my ego don't come, my people make we shout, my ego don't come, my ego don't come, man of the masses, my ego don't come, politico, this one not the off in mind. And in the touchlight every corner. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle so they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder. My ego don't come. My people make we shout. My ego don't come. My ego don't come, man of the masses. My ego don't come. My ego die politico. My ego don't come. This one not the off in mind. My ego don't come. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh. My egun don't come. My people make you shout. My egun don't come. Man of the masses. My ego don't come. My ego.
Hello there.
My ego now I'm on la mo do. My ego diary, number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live. I still look tired, yeah? I haven't had a good sleep since last night. I had a wonderful holiday. The family. I miss you too. Share the broadcast. Read the caption of this broadcast. Read the description as well. It is loaded. It's going to be a catch-up night, and it's going to be one of the best nights. Because we've missed a lot. Share the broadcast. A lot has happened while I was away. Sheikh Osama Bin Gumi already launched a religious war with Wike. And there are already campaigns. Tinubus has shortchanged the Muslims. Abuja minister was meant to be for the northerners. The middlebelt people disagree. Today is the third anniversary of those killed by the APC, Egbekegbe's government 3 years ago. Remember? Last time I was here, Naira to dollar was just about 1,030 Naira to a dollar. In 5 days, a dollar to Naira today is now 1,165 Naira to a dollar. Imagine that. Meanwhile, as we felt like the war in the Niger Republic has been averted, ladies and gentlemen, there is a breaking news. Kalu and God knows with who. They were planning to kidnap the president, the overthrown president of Niger Republic. This morning. Yes, this morning. They would have kidnapped Bazoum from Niger jail and ferry him to Nigeria by a foreign helicopters. The junta just announced. Yes. Motide Ekule. Good afternoon to you. Abi good morning to you. Or maybe it is good evening to you. It doesn't really matter, okay? Top of the day to you. Yes, a lot can happen. You know what they say in politics? 24 hours is a long time in politics because a lot can happen. A lot that can change and alter the course of people's lives, politics. And this is Mayegun's diary political, the diary that keeps the record as they are happening and telling the victims whether you are ignorant or whether you are deliberate. On Mayegun's diary political, you will know where you belong, even if you are lying to yourselves. Every day. Now imagine 5 days with no real detailed conversation or report on happenings in Nigeria. Guess what you must have missed? Loads. But you won't miss them for too much, okay? Because Mayegun is back and I'm going to bring all of them back to you. I mean, a lot has happened, as you all know, okay? But there are other things that you also need to know. They are so important. They put you in a very good stead ahead of others. When they are manipulating others, lying to them, you will be exceptional. Then they will be wondering, why are you so different? Because you know better. And you would rather do better than fool around when you are being fooled or manipulated. So yes, I miss you too. And I bet we've missed ourselves so much. But without wasting much of our time, we'll delve into it, one after the other. I am going to start with that of a Sheikh Osama Bin Gumi. Remember, we were expecting the FBI to release all of the documents and whatever was covered or buried, exhume them and let us see them. Not because in what Nigeria has become is likely going to make any difference, because today in Nigeria, a lot of people have accepted the criminality. Baba, she crime. Talk about if they no catch you, you are not guilty. Even if they catch you, make sure say any crime where you won't do, just join APC. Egbekegbe, That is the 50% of your crime likely going to be ignored. The other parties ensure that you have enough money kept aside before you get involved. It was a crime. Nigeria has done to that. The judiciary they've legitimized it, okay? So the conversation in Nigeria right now is not about a Tinubu forging certificate, peddling drug, and every other thing. No. It's about, what about you? Show yourself. Are you saints? It's no longer about morality or legality. Everything ti propoye. Igboro ti propoye. People are living on pretense. In fact, this Tinubu that nobody voted for, this Tinubu has managed to expose even those you thought they were intellectuals. I respect their opinion. I respect his view. You are respecting views of co-criminals because he didn't put out posters, have you? Anyway, we were waiting. Court. I'll show you that one before I go to Osama Bin Gumi. Kolu is now, you know what he did with Chicago State University? Now, you know what he's doing in America? Kolu is now suing U.S. Department of State, FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. He is suing the U.S. Department of the Treasury, Internal Revenue Service. He is suing U.S. Department of the Treasury, Internal Revenue Service again, and at the same time, U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA. He is also suing the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA. But you know the story. The full story is that Kolu may act like he no get sense, but there is actually sense in his no sense. In his nonsense. Okay? Kolu knows that when FBI said they were going to release 2,500 documents on Tinubu, they didn't say that out of anybody's willing request. It was a court order. And David D, now the ghost that is tormenting Tinubu, the ghost that is tormenting APC, Egbekegbe. There is no one that has any, any higher value in front of Tinubu right now than David Undeyi. You guys don't know what David did with the American legal system to drag all of these things to this stage. You have no idea. They sued FBI, all of them. They said, we have it on record that you have more than 70,000 documents. Akilode. Shebi, you know Pablo Escobar, the main Pablo Escobar. He was the most wanted drug lord on FBI, DEA, CIA list for years. Guess how many documents they turned out, FBI and all of these agencies in America released on him, including wiretapping, phone tapping, everything they had on him. 2,600. Tinubu alone gets 70,000. Kilo day. Who be this guy? Out of some of the FBI documents, the reason why some of them have not been released, like generally, was the same way David dragged the Chicago State University into exposing themselves this much by using their law courts. When they take you to court, you have to say it. Under oath, you have to declare everything. In America, it doesn't matter who you are. Once they say deliver, you have to deliver. And that's exactly what dragged this out as well. So if you can deliver David to Tinubu, Tinubu may actually will half of his empire to you. His criminal empire. I'm just joking. But I'm just kind of to let you know. Because the damage is, it is beyond Nigeria. Oh bad, gone. But again, I will do my best to make you understand how bad it is. So the same thing they did with FBI. So FBI is not, they are not obeying anybody's request like that. Oh, they are obeying court order. But make I tell you the trick that Tinubus want to play. Tinubus doesn't really care about those documents per se. Okay? He is ready to spend whatever it's going to take to ensure that the narrative is different in Nigeria. But what about the international communities? So in order for him to have something like a defense, make I tell you what they are planning to do. You know, they have announced the date to hear Atif's case, Abi. I'm coming back to Osama Bin Gumi. They could just follow me as the spirit directs. You would not probably regret it anyway. So yeah, you see, while we were waiting for FBI to open the Pandora box, Tinubus rushed to American court this week and sued the FBI and all of these agencies by telling them not to release all of those documents, because if they did, they are going to expose him to monumental image destruction, something very bad than irreparable damage. Here you get. So Tinubus sued all of these people, saying, please don't. Why that was going on, why they were doing that, they told the Supreme Court of Nigeria, they told the Supreme Court of Nigeria to quickly pick a date. Before now, Atif has already filed his own discovery from Chicago State University. He's already filed that at the Supreme Court. Tinubus people have replied, and they said Atif, the time that Atif went to go and secure this new discovery, new evidence, has already passed the time. They said when Atif was at the tribunal, Atif did not present any discovery from Chicago State University. So it was after tribunal already dismissed this case that Atif now came with a Chicago State discovery. Therefore, it is useless and the Supreme Court should reject it. Now, Atif also replied and said, listen, under the Supreme Court so rules, if new evidence emerged that will help the Supreme Court to decide the case, the Supreme Court is obliged by law to accept those new evidence. They are still talking about evidence from Abi. Then Tinubus lawyer now responded and said, the the evidence that they got from Chicago State University that Tinubus forged his certificate, they said that evidence was not received in a court of law, that it was just through a subpoena, which means Tinubus, INEC was not represented at the Chicago State University like a proper court. Therefore, Nigeria Supreme Court should not collect the evidence. Now, you see, collect, no collect, 25% Abuja, rigging and all of those things that they were presenting, and the evidence they want to give to their Supreme Court. Supreme Court, Batia announced. Supreme Court said, okay, while they were trying to block the FBI documents, because that would probably make it more disastrous, plus the Chicago State University fake document of certificate, because, make I tell you something, you see, inside the FBI document that they're about to release, okay, there is evidence that Tinubus did not go to any Chicago State University at all. There is evidence of that, okay? There is evidence of that this Tinubus actually went to jail 2 times. in America. He was deported for one time. He changed his name, returned back to America. Those are part of that. The evidence of his drug dealing, including the one with Muiz, what's that guy's name again? Muiz something, and the other guy, here you get. So they were going to release all of the details. How Remi Tifnubu, Remi Werekwe, was also involved, helping Tifnubu to open bank accounts, how they were moving money. All those documents are going to release all of that. Phone calls, phone conversation, court documents. Those FBI thing will release everything. His bank transaction in different names. You see that Amodash Golere that some of you always joke about or laugh about is true, is real. There are actually documents for it too. So what they want to do is that since Chicago State University said they didn't give him this certificate, okay, because they didn't have the record of him requesting for a replacement. Now, if the FBI documents now can expose everything, you go see document, you go fear. Oh, you go see document, you go see things, you go move. All of this, the allegation, no proof. Now this, no, evidence go there. And that is why when some people said Tifnubu is wasting money on lawyers, I said, come to think of it, it's not that those in Nigeria didn't know what is going on. The Nigerian people who are trying to reject these criminals, who have rejected them, they are not battling against these roles. They are also battling against captured institutions, people of respected institutions in Nigeria. They have become compromised. So there is nobody to actually take any of these guys on. There's nobody to report to. So what are they doing? I'll tell you. Go and constitute the Supreme Court judges that are going to listen to Atiku and Obi, so that by Monday, the Supreme Court will throw out everything and they will say there is no evidence, and they will certify that Tifnubu as a duly elected, no evidence, anything against him. All of those things are just, you know what I mean? Everything is just lies. So why that one is making the news, like the tribunal, where they didn't look at any evidence or anything at all, the Supreme Court will throw it out. Okay? Now, when the Supreme Court throw it out, then if the FBI release any document that time, they will say, why didn't you use them in Supreme Court? Oh yeah, go and use them wherever you want. And since you cannot shame the shameless, they will tell you to live with it. So Supreme Court has released a date, and it is going to be Monday, the 23rd of October. And look at the justices. The first person on that list, Musa Datijo Muhammad, is retiring next week. Are you listening? That first justice, that one is retiring next week. But they want him on that list quickly. Then deliver him and go retire and give him his retirement pay. And in some cases, they are like, when this is like, you know, the image right is like this, right? It's a Kolu, Kolu Komo Cutlass and said, hey, I get lawyers, we go delay them for like maybe a few days. FBI promised October. Now, this is 20th of October. Why are they delaying till now? So for Kolu to appeal and reappeal and do it, but they will eventually release the document, Abi. But by then, it will be of no use or nothing anyway, or any significance anymore. Because by then, the Supreme Court of Nigeria would have spoken, all those justices would have said their thing, and Kolu's will must have been fulfilled. So, propaganda, lanje. That is exactly where the whole thing will end, Abi. Now, the, what do you call it? The second justice on this list is that Justice Helen Ogunwumiju. This one is APC member, APC apologist. She has a son who is also an elected APC member, House of Assembly member in Ondo State. Just like some of those who have used that same position, it simply means that you can tell where the pendulum will swing. Just pay attention to them. May not be like say, and then you can take a look at the rest of the names. Okay? So, while that is kind of going on the side, all right, there is this Sheikh Osama bin Gumi. Now, you look at, see this Sheikh, is the spokesperson for the jihadist terrorists in Nigeria. Now, let me tell you about his influence quickly. Sheikh Osama bin Gumi's father was the first person to bring to Nigeria the modern day terrorism, Islamic jihadism. His father was the special Islamic teacher to the first prime minister, premier of the northern region. You know who are they talk about? Ahmadu Bello. Okay. So are you connecting the dots now? Sheikh Osama bin Gumi's father was the Quranic scholar and teacher advisor to the first premier of northern Nigeria, Ahmadu Bello. And from record, through Ahmadu Bello, he was able to be sort of endeared or befriended the people from the Islamic world like Saudi Arabia, who decided to fund the expansion of his style of Islam in northern part of Nigeria. He received substantial amount of support from these Islamic countries at the time. We are talking about late 50s and early 60s when Ahmadu Bello got killed. It resurfaced some times later, but the product of his own loin, Sheikh Osama bin Gumi, has been a vocal mouthpiece for the jihadist terrorists in Nigeria. He said, jihadism will not end. Terrorism will not end if Nigeria continue to send military after these boys. According to him, those who are kidnapping people in Nigeria in the name of Allah or in the name of Islamic expansion, those who are, are killing people, genocide across northern Nigeria, they were not as bad as those who are demanding for the breakup of Nigeria. Because those demanding for the breakup of Nigeria are more dangerous than those who are killing Nigerians. Because they are infidels. So to him, you should reward them. You should rehabilitate them. And that was exactly what Boko Haram did throughout the 8 years that they destroyed Nigeria economy for this jihadist. Yet they left Nigeria in ruins with this jihadist still killing and murdering. When the Nigerian military said they were looking for kidnappers, they were looking for Fulani terrorists, and they were looking for whatever they told you they were looking for, and they couldn't find them, Sheikh Osama bin Gumi was able to meet with all of these murderous, bloody terrorists. And guess what? Those who provided him security, entourage, they were the same government of northern Nigeria, DSS, the Nigerian army, Nigeria police, Nigeria this, Nigeria that. They were meeting with the terrorists, and the terrorists were making demands on camera. Before they would stop killing, the government of Nigeria must do this, must do that, and all of that. Nigeria was bleeding, still bleeding. Osama bin Gumi, was not really more pronounced when it comes to speaking against all these vices. But yeah, it is the turn of Tinubus, the Jagband, the Jihadist, the strategists, àwọn wèrè. So, they lie to themselves about a Muslim ticket. I remember coming on my program here telling you that you will be a fool that believes that those who are propagating Muslim tickets are actually Muslims. And a lot of them bought it, fine. Just same way I told a lot of these mumus. There are those who are screaming, Emilokon, Yoruba Lokon. They are not talking about you, Yorubas. They are talking about themselves and their criminal gang and their coven, not you. And whatever they plan to do is never going to leave you on earth. You're going to be the victims of all of that. And look at it today. It's all happening. I don't know. Of course, they are happening. But yeah, I was away. And I was peeping through the old kind of media square, trolling and checking and, what's going on here and there. Then I came across Sheikh Osama Bin Gumi fuming. Guess why? They said there was a report that they were going to revoke. They said Wike was going to revoke some land given to... Thank you very much. You have been generous anyway. I mean, all of you. So may I take a little break before I continue this story. I beg, my lips on the dry, self. So, thank you very much. And I hope I'm able to make your night. There's so much to cover. But let's continue. Sorry about that. Right. And the reaction of Sheikh Osama Bin Gumi was that this is the problem. They have been quiet. And being quiet doesn't mean that they are stupid. And they have been seeing the moves of Tinubus since he came to power. And in their own conclusion, they know that Tinubus has something against the North and the Muslims. And people should tell him, this was Osama Bin Gumi, said, people should warn Tinubus that if he continues on this trajectory of anti-Muslim, then they are never going to be on the same place, on the same level anymore. And this is the problem. This is Sheikh Gumi, Steve Fumino. He said, this is the problem. We cannot trust Nigeria's security with these Southerners, with these infidels. That's what he called us. All of us, we come from the Southern Nigeria. We are infidels. And according to him, Nigeria is more safe in the hands of Northerners than it is in the hand of Southern Christians and infidels. Lie to lie. No be lie. Go and read about it. That's what he said. But say, if all of us want to be honest, Sheikh Osama Bin Gumi is a dishonest sheikh. Is a ethno-religious hate preacher. And he should be punished for it. He is inciting ethno-religious crisis in Nigeria. It should be sanctioned for it. Sure you get? Because all of us know, say, wallahi ta lie. Na lie, a lie. Nigeria became the terrorist capital of Africa. Nigerians became the second most terrorized people in the whole world under Sheikh Osama Muhammadu Bokwari plus fake Pastor Ruga. The two people that they told us in 2014, December, 2015, February, they said Sheikh Muhammadu Bokwari was going to be fighting terrorists physically. Fake Pastor Ruga, Oshumbade, Ikene Shatabandu, then will be fighting spiritually. Last, at the physical, at the spiritual, more Nigerians got killed by terrorists, more Nigerians got kidnapped. A lot of Nigerians are still living under the kidnappers. Some of them were sold off as slaves. At a point, the same APC, Egbekegbe, told us to learn how to live with our enemies, our killers. Because it's either your life or your land. This Sheikh Osama Bin Gumi is now saying Nigeria is safer in the hand of the jihadist terrorists of northern Nigeria. The people of middlebelt disagrees. And just like, maybe, dog whistle. You know something called dog whistle? Just throw it in the air and say, this guy don't like us, so he has been appointing Yorubas into opposition. This guy he doesn't like Muslims, so he's not a real Muslim anyway. So they're already fanning that. Can you imagine? Tinubu go appoint Wike as FCT minister. Who does that? They believe that Abuja, hey, I was reading about the owners of Abuja. They said that they are like baggy people. They are the biggest. Then you have others there too, like Basa, like Guari, like is it Guari or Buari? I don't know. There are other owners of, and all of these people are from the middle belt part of Nigeria, very far away from northern Nigeria. But there is a theory. May I tell you that one before I continue? Since time immemorial, it is like being the FCT minister is the birthright of these roguish jihadist criminal northerners. It's been like that. So to them, why would Tinubu go appoint Wike? And then they started that rumor. They said it's rumor. I don't know if it's true. They said a rumor. So they want to revoke the CFO of Abuja Central Mosque. They said the land was given to Abuja Central Mosque by Bala Muhammad. Remember when Bala Muhammad was the minister of FCT? He also gave Peter Obi land. He gave some of all these guys lands too. And they said that Peter Obi said, they gave me land, I rejected the land. That was about 4 or 5 years ago. Anyway, but they still announced it that it was also given land. So when the Wike was revoking all the lands, and they said they revoked the land of Abuja Central Mosque, that was going to be a religious war. It came back as not true in a way, but listen to this reaction after Osama Bin Gumi's dog whistle. Take your time.
Wike din nan da aka sa Abuja ba matsala yake ba addinin ba. Shi ba state din sa ma cewa musulmi ya zauna ko kai ya zauna. Ya kori musulmi ya ci mutuncin su. Yanzu kuma ya dauko tutar Isra'ila ya kafa ya nuna goyen bayan arna. Abuja kuma garin mu ne. Domin arewa ce. Idan yan kudu suna ji da Delta da aka bude musu ko mu kuma da Abuja muke ji. Bai taba kamata a ce ministan Abuja ya zama arne ba. Wanda wannan abin da gwamnatin Tinubu ta yi na rantse da Allah shine sa kafar wando ɗaya da za ta yi da mu malamai musulun da ta sa za mu gane yaudarar mu ta yi wallahi kuma ta shirya za mu fara kalubalantar ta akan wannan. Abuja ba garin arna bane, bai arne bai kamata ya zama ministan Abuja ya raina mana hankali ba. Mu ba baki bane a Najeriya. Ana tare bangaren Najeriya ana wulakanta dan arewa, wallahi ba za mu lamunci wannan ba. Za mu hau mambura kwanan nan mu ta hau mambari mu ta faɗa sai an tsige Wike ba, wallahi sai ka bar Abuja Wike insha Allah. Dan Abuja ba gidanku bane, gidanmu ne mu yan arewa. Kuma Tinubu bai san wannan akan Wike kawai. Iya Wike mun maka alƙawari wallahi in baka tsige shi ba wallahi ba za mu zabe ka ba. Ba mu ba kai musulun ticket din za mu gane yaudara ce mu ce mun daina. In za a yi addini na gaskiya ai kar a yaudare mu da addini. Ba shashashin mutane bane mu. Ka fito baro ka nuna aqidarka da kin musulmai. Nasiru El-Rufa'i bai rike Abuja ba, bai yi alkhairi a Abuja ba. Musulmai nawa ne suka rike Abuja suka buga misali, sun nuna wariyar launin fata, sun taimaki annan, sun taimaki musulman, amma wannan yazo yana adawa da mu baro. da wallahi muna gaya gwamnatin nan ta shirya ta sa dan ba wallahi ko zaki zare rayukan mu ki kashe mu na rantsa da Allah ba ma son wuke kuma dole ya koma shi is wicked person you are wicked man nonsense ka zo ka wani kafa tutar Isra'ila mu za ka mai da wawayen mutane wallahi wannan mutumin ya bani haushi kwarai da gaske ranar da na ga yayi wannan abin na ji haushi kwarai da gaske wallahi akwai zargi akan wannan gwamnatin tana so ta ci mutuncin addini wallahi ba za mu lamunci wannan ba tsakani da Allah ba za ka ɗauko mana wicket ka zo ka samu da shi a kujerar Abuja ba a nan Tinubu ba ma tare da kai ko kaɗan in za ka gyara in ba haka ba daidai yake kana so ka yi rigima da addinin musulunci daidai yake kana so ka yi rigima da addinin musulunci ministan Abuja bai dace da arni ba in ka kalli ministry ka duba ministan Abuja kamar an kirkire ta ne dan a rage wa mai yan arewa damuwa kamar yadda ba wanda zai inkari delta din nan bayelsa dan a rage wa yan kudu ne dan a rage musu damuwa ne to mu ma haka muke kallon Abuja kuma sannan Abuja din nan fa mutala ne ya tsara plan ɗinta shi ya tsara plan ɗinta yanzu idan ka je Lagos iyafat din Lagos mutala ne ya samu musu ita haka ba zai yi ba wannan abin ba zai yi ba tsakani da Allah Allah ya kare mu ya tsare mu ba ma son wannan wuke din gaskiya ko ma dai menene dai kawai a cire shi mu ba ma son shi in dai dan mu yan kasa aka ajiye shi to ba ma son shi ya koma garin sa a bashi mukami can da yake koran musulmi ya je a bashi mukami amma nan ba zai yi ya zo na anan ya ci mana mutunci ko ya zagi addinin mu Falastina wannan fa su ne da gaskiya ko ba su da gaskiya ma mu su muke so saboda suna cewa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah kuma ba su da wani laifi sama da wannan ake kashe su kar wani ya zo ya sa maka wani da ce maka wai Falastina wannan yan shi'a ne duk ƙarya ne Falastinawa su Ahmad Yasin su ne Falastinawa din ahlus sunna ne malaman addini ne Falastinawa din nan duk wanda ya sa su a gaba a duk inda yake Allah ya tsine masa albarka yan Falastin din nan mutanen Allah ne ana bakin ciki da Baitul Maqdis ne fa in ma duk baka yarda da yan Falastinawa ba me suke karewa ɗakin Allah wanda a duk masallatan da muke da su a duniya in ka dauke masallacin Makka da Madina masallaci na uku shine Masjidil Aqsa Allah ya ce subhanallazi asara bi abdihi me laylan min almasjidil haram sai ka ce me ila almasjidil aqsa alladhi barakna hawlahu nuriyahu
All I have to just say is that everybody go collect. To them, now Muslim make them believe Tinubus. Now, to them, their reason for believing Tinubus, okay, for Muslim ticket was because Abuja was their birthright. He said they used Abuja to appease them, the same way they used Niger Delta Ministry to appease Niger Delta. So they must remove wicked from Abuja. That it is clearer to them now that this whole thing that they will give Muslim power, they will make Muslim powerful in a Muslim Nigeria. It be like say nah fake nah fraud though. My brother, you go now that one will affect you be that. If you come down south, they are already teaching the Emilocans. Emilocans. Àwa ló kàn. Whatever to back coin, be agbo this time around. My brother will tell me, say, they go teach Peter Obi lesson. They go teach obedient lesson. This my brother don't they cry like a baby now. I mean, if no be school fees today, now hospital bill tomorrow, they value the naira in their wallet. Now everybody they feel them now. That is for those who were sold Muslim. Jihad. This is not jihad. 2023 not jihad. Muslim must control Nigeria. Now they are feeling cheated. They know they get what they want. And a small size, okay? For the South, the Ronu gang. People where they talk Ronu. In February 2023, it can't be like say Ronu want to Ronu ku now. These days, people where they ask you to Ronu, they are now asking you that you should Ronu. It go better. In their mosques, I'll give you an example.
In the time of poverty like this, the economic principle of Yusuf is what everybody should apply in his own lives. Eat little, save more. You don't know what is happening. Kese la nri lowo, makasakasa timbo. A dollar was just 800 naira or thereabout a couple of months ago. Now a dollar is over 1,000 naira. How much?
Yeah, down south. My brother who told me that I should continue crying. Now in tears, they wake me now. Say, Akilo today will too I mean, can you imagine this, If I owe you 120,000 naira, listen to this, Nigeria strategy, jam strategy, strategy, yeti jam, tragedy, everything is disastrous, or the propos as we speak. If I owe you 120,000 naira last week, and I mean, if I owe you 200,000 naira last week, okay, I could probably just give you 100 pounds today. And I go tell you, say, owe that 100 pounds. The rest of the money go hard to ram. Just hold it. Don't spend it. Because if you hold the 100 pounds to next week, I don't need to give you money. Okay? Naira go enter gutter. That 100 pounds can turn to 20,000 naira. I mean, sorry, 200,000 naira. Now I give you explanation. Let's say last week, okay, I borrowed 200,000 naira from you. Okay, no, sorry, I borrowed 200,000 naira from you, right? So if I was to give you that money back that same last week, when dollar was somewhere around 900 naira. So that means if I gave you $200 last week, I will still be owing you money to balance up the 200,000. Sure, you know. Okay. Now, if I gave you $200 this week, my $200 now is now more than, it's now going to be 220,000 naira. Now, let's say I borrowed 200,000 naira from you last week or 2 weeks ago. Do you know that all I have to do is just give you $200 now? Now you go come dey owe me. But that same last week, my $200 could not cover 200,000 naira. So that's exactly. Somebody said, Nigeria is losing value to dollar. It's losing 10 naira per hour. I was like, oh, your work Dubai. And the way it is going, if he enter 1,500 naira to $1 by December, she strategy otiwa jamu tragedy by. I mean, she strategy otiwa ni tragedy by, and that is why it is no longer. You go see, Tinubu. We don't need this. We don't need his body. We need his brain. Tinubu can put together the best team. Tinubu knows how to select the best brains. Baba, when they handed over to Tinubu, 5 months ago, alaye, dollar at the black market, parallel market, was 710 naira. At their own bank rate, it was at 440 naira. Sure, you know that in 5 months, Mr. Strategy toti tragedy. Between May and now, dollar don't turn to 1,170 naira. Pound sterling don't turn to 1,371 naira. Baba, euro got the gara the gauton 1,130 or so naira. Euro, you know. Everybody just they come out a prick everywhere. Then they knock the naira. Naira, they scream, help, help. And guess what? They don't come on knife. They go slaughter them before December. You have no idea what this is going to mean to you. A lot of you are beginning to have the idea now. She go for Japa. You done the budget your Japa. Where you are, right here, where you plan your Japa money don't they increase. You never Japa. They don't tell you, say, increase you. Somebody said they went to Computer Village in Lagos and they saw a laptop. And that laptop, they said, how much is this? I said, well, it's 350,000 naira. True story. And they said, 350. This one. I'm going to probably come back. So they looked around and looked around. They made up their mind to go back and pick it. And they told them that it's now 450. 100,000. Dollar don't change you. If you step your foot out there now, only to change again. Oh. That is how businesses are struggling right now in Nigeria. And a lot of businesses are going to die. So when I talk, they say, people will tell me, say, Ojumi Mabo, you, this Mayego, you go cry, tire. Wait for Tinubus, you go see idea. You go see blah, 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 blah. Now then come they accuse me now, say, Shay, are you now happy? Go and read the comments. Go and see their comments right now. Instead of them to actually take responsibility. Take responsibility for your stupid choices. You need to see, that is one thing. We must take responsibility. We must all take responsibility for everything we push or believe in or decide to do. You won't take responsibility. I am talking about it. Now you want to turn it around. The same way you turned your certificate forger, heroin trafficker, Tinubus, Baba we know well. Abi, you turn the story around and you are accusing other people. People will be saying, don't be them be the president, don't be them they your offices and then bringing this bad image to Nigeria. You are looking for their, oh yeah, you unko. What about you? You unko. What about your papa? What about your this or that? Now, when we say the calamity, don't they befall every one of you? A lot of you, they don't send your children back from school now. You know if you pay school fees. They on social media, they tell Mayegun, are you now happy? Are you mocking us now? Are you better than us? Are you God? Olori Brukumbere question. You they ask me question. Oh, Rigo Lojuti, you no get shame. Some of you no get shame. Hi. You will be say, the other time, maybe say a few months ago. Now like this, una de masturbate in public. Like person will use Viagra. Like somebody who was on colos. Like people will get mental problem. Because that's what it is to me. You were campaigning and supporting murderers. Those who murdered you, destroyed your economy. They had nothing to offer you. You dey here, they tell me, say, you go put me to shame. Now, when we say shame, don't they follow every one of you? Poverty, they don't preach about how to cope. You will say 5 months, you believe that they don't make decisions. They could don't make some policies. We go rejig your economy. They bring them back small. You can't realize, say, Omo, that they use you cash out. Now, billion you do here. They can't disappoint you, then break your heart. You want to take it out on me. You want to take it out on me. You want to blame me. Are you mocking us? Instead of us to pray for our leader. Ogulo makpa lo makpa wat àwọn leader. Shami. Olórí burúkú yín dere ni Shami. Àmì ni ó ṣe. Olórí oye ogulo makpa lo makpa wat àwọn leader. Ẹ̀yin wèrè. See. You were here 3 months ago. Una they get this muzzle. Mosquito muzzle. Mayegun, we go show you. We go make sure say Obi cry. Una they show muzzle. Oh yeah, try am if them born your papa Mayegun. Jagband all the way. Olórí burúkú yín come dey shout Jagband why? Jagband why? Ewo nu lo mosque leni. Did you go to mosque today? Jumat service. You know go there go pray to Allah. May you can't change your situation. Pay your bills. Abi? They come. For the one where I went, this is what they teach us. How to cope with poverty. Poverty war iron, what do you call it? Iron element and body armor. Poverty to war body armor. For mosques today, they say, oh man, they prepare. They even advise you, say, man, you know they go online again. They save your money because whatever they see now, preparation for the Armageddon, what might happen.
In the time of poverty like this, the economic principle of Yusuf is what everybody should apply in his own lives. Eat little, save more. You don't know what is happening. Kese la anri lowo, makasakasa timbo. $1 was just 800 naira or thereabout a couple of months ago. Now $1 is over 1,000 naira. How much will it go? Nobody knows. Torito on se falafulu. Ogba salary week lawa. Igberaga week. Ogbera recently like. Eat little and save more. Aye ta nje chicken kola wayi ma. Aye shawarma koma. Aye ice cream ko. Mugari. Jagband, gbàgbé táwọn doctor sọ pé kò ní nutritional value. Kí ló kẹ́ nutritional value pẹ̀lú kíni? Jagband, mugari, orí ẹja, wallahi kò rẹ́rìn. Bọ́ bá lọ ṣe falafolo pẹ̀lú owó ìyà ó jẹ ọ́ bá kẹ́. This is the time to save more. Kálukú ló mọ tí ń san lówó school àwọn ọmọ níṣẹ́. I started by paying 25,000 naira per term 2 years ago. Last year, 50,000. Wallahi, this year is 100,000 per child. Now, imagine having 4 kids going to school and I have to pay over 1.2 million naira in a year. Divide my salary in a year by 2. How much will remain? Gas is in Benley. Pampers in Benley. Emino so my boy yin ra fila yin ra so. Mbo ni ka fi gbogbo yin si ibad Allah. So this is the time to apply the basic principle of economics of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. Save more, eat a little. Somebody told me there is nothing to save. I told him you are a liar. Where do you get money to buy data and check Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram? You work, you're on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, on WhatsApp. You are everywhere. And you say there is nothing to save. The money you use to buy data, save it. Do you need data to survive? Kí data ọ̀tọ̀ dé kí là ń lò tí àgbáyé ni. This is a basic fact. Unless your data is fetching you money, wallahi ò need the data. Kò need kó maintain lọ Nigeria láyé kí ló kàn bẹ́ẹ̀. You don't need it. Unless your data is fetching you money, we are spending more on until consume wa junta and save lọ.
Disable, àtisẹ́tẹ́ àti ń parọ́ tipẹ́ àtisẹ́tẹ́ òtítọ́ òdìmú òdodo òsì mọ́ àtisẹ́tẹ́ kágbádé fáláre àtisẹ́tẹ́ kágbẹ̀bí fáláre àtisẹ́tẹ́ adájọ́ ń parọ́ torí owó àtisẹ́tẹ́ òtìlú ń parọ́ nítorí ipò àtisẹ́tẹ́ èdò gbówó mi ń tẹ́ àtisẹ́tẹ́ ìjà ń jàrá.
Wọ́n ń sẹ́ ẹ̀tìṣẹ́bó ejò ń gbówó mi ń sẹ́ ẹ̀tìṣẹ́bó. Coping mechanism, that is what it is called in Nigeria now. Coping. How do you manage and cope in this Nigeria? Don't lie to yourself. When they are shouting this to defend these criminals, and you jump there, you decommode clothes inside that your skeleton body or your pot belly body where they show the frame where they carry them. You don't see you don't see pot belly person when Nigeria don't show shege before. If I show you the picture, it's gonna be like a graphic video. I have to put warning. You know, the talk say if you are a big person, even if you dey suffer, even if you dey hungry, it no go show for your body. People no go believe you if you tell them say, "Omo, I never chop for the past 2 days." They go say, "Are you sure?" Because you have the whole body to cover it. Sure, you get that? That people don't believe big people when they say they are not. I am broke. They just be like, no. Nigeria know they show for your own body. You get body for this country. People like you, Alara Omoyane, you know they show for body like you, Baba. You don't they show for body. Oh. They no person that is sick, they don't diagnose them of anything. Oh. Pot belly person will get kwashoko. It's not even kwashoko. It turned pot belly turned to kwashoko. They come out cloth like this, you go to see all the ribs. So say, where you get belly or what's happen? I have seen worse, so some of them I can't show you because of our children. They shouldn't be seeing all of that. In Nigeria, you can lie to yourself, you can pretend as much as you want, but trust me, you know where the shoe they pinch you now. And you know what the truth, there is no succor, there is no reprieve, there is not going to be any kind of peace of mind from it anytime soon. Oh my words, Oshima was gone. I don't know how to say that in English. Oshima was gone to just be more. You go see now. And why? Because of their actions. Right now, whatever you are going through right now in Nigeria, to look at me very well. You don't need to believe me. These guys, they are doing absolute nothing. To give you a reprieve. Nothing. Everything that they are putting together right now is to make it worse. And you don't need to believe me. Body go tell everybody. Now body go tell everybody. You can pretend on social media. You can do all of that. But I have told you this before. Okay, somebody said that we don't know why, a lot of people don't see your broadcast on Facebook. I said, well, let's be honest too. You understand? Igboro easy monsi. Some of your friends on Facebook that you have not heard from so many times for a long time, you go to see they don't die. They don't die. Some of them don't sell the phone, whether they take a gig with you on social media. Somebody said that some of these APC, they are already reducing. If like say hunger, they wire them. No. Majority of them don't they sell their phones. Omo. Bi buruku ni payan sin omi phone buruku ni wa lowo eyan. Ke bi buruku payan. I'll tell you the meaning. You know if you get one you know if you have a phone. And then there you are, starving and you're almost dying of one horrible hunger. So Yoruba says, phone buruko kinwa lawanyo, kebi buruku payon. There is no point in using this their own Shinko phone and every other phone they managed to get from a pickpocket and wherever they got them from, arguing, telling you that Tinubu will do miracle. Meanwhile, in real life, Baba, so many of them, they have now resorted to gambling, another epidemic of what APC Egbekegbe brought upon Nigeria. Today, I was having a chat with a very good brother on this platform, right? And Princess was there too. And he was talking about a good friend, a very good friend that they've been together for a long time. He's entrusted him with so many businesses and all of that. Kind of like he's been, somebody that he could trust and would never believe that Nigeria has eaten deep into so many people than what you can even know. Majority of those who are arguing with you on social media, some of them look like they are older. A lot of them, their lives have been destroyed. The economy in Nigeria has turned so many of them to gamblers. And because they have turned to gamblers, they have become so useless in their homes. But on social media, they still pretend that they are normal people. I'm talking about people who are just living off other people. Anything they can grab, anything they can get. Nigeria has happened to them. But they are now on that fast lane. So when you argue with them on social media, you don't have a clue of the people you are talking to on social media. A lot of people have entered serious indebtedness due to this Nigeria, and they have resorted into gambling. This, my brother said, this friend, who happened to be in what you can say, what you can rental homes, where you can have a break, holiday homes and all of those, right? And it was a good business, right? He was a site engineer, according to him, and being a site engineer of a very lovely kind of holiday home in Lagos. He was called upon as the first to get the first right of refusal. Come, we are planning to sell this place, but we are also planning to give it to someone that will manage it, okay? which means you will be paying back 200,000 naira for a business that is multi-millionaire business place. So, are you with me? They offered that to him on a platter. Okay? And guess what he did? He started talking to the good people that have been kind of, entrusted him with the trust of, oh, he's a good guy. Oh, he's a nice guy. Oh, I know him with that person. I know him with that person. Okay? He started taking advantage of them by begging them for money to come and invest in something that they just offered him, right? And it took about 11 million from people. 11 million naira. And he didn't use the money to secure the place that they asked him to pay 2.5 million or something, as a down payment. He didn't use part of the money. He didn't use any of those investments. You know what he did? He was flexing. When the money was almost out, he started gambling. So he started begging for more. Now he is in serious debt. And who are the victims? The people that were his friends, supposed friends. And that is exactly the life of so many people in Nigeria today. And that is why they will tell you, what is, shut up your mouth. What do you mean by his forged certificate? What is that one going to do with leading Nigeria? What do you mean by, because crime is now like smart. They call it being smart in Nigeria. Okay? Almost smart. You are so sharp. So Olowo was like, Nigerians deserve the criminal leaders they have. Because if you understand the level of evil and taking advantage of one another that Nigerians get involved in, in fact, you will leave everything on what you have on this criminal in government and actually face the citizen and be like, or you give up entirely and say, well, they deserve the country. And imagine a country like that. Imagine you coming from a country like that. Baba, lifetime headache. That's why they ask them, make them break them up. All of us share our mysteries by regions. Everybody go their separate ways. So that anything we want to do with our own thieves, we go do them with our thieves without the support of the thieves from other places. I'm going to take you back to Abuja again. Remember I was talking about Sheikh Osama Bin Gumi and Wike. Well, there's another one. According to them, they said, it be like said there is a gang up. And that gang up from Tinubus is against enough. And they are suspecting that Tinubus wanted to undermine them, reduce them to, that was so soon. Okay, what can happen inside the Nigeria Senate then, where Ndume and Akpabiole had this confrontational, what have you, this same week. I'll show you. Some people said there is a belief that they have to do everything and fight back from within and from without because of the plot they believe. Tinubus and the Southerners, the infidels. Infidel, if you're not a Muslim from the Sharia North, these guys will publicly call Nigerians infidel. Infidel. Something filthy, dirty, something of no value. And they say that they call Nigerians infidel. Just like that. I'll come back to that. Ndume had to stage a walkout. And some people are saying, we know your game. You want to intimidate all the Southerners who are holding position. You know, say Nigerians love their criminals differently, Abi. They love their thieves differently. In this case, the genesis of that rancor, now it is. Listen to it.
SP and distinguished colleagues, we're just starting the session, and as we go, we should be taking note of the small mistakes that we can make, and we should correct them. The issue of saying that you have ruled, if the ruling is wrong, even the Supreme Court, when it passes judgment,
distinguished Chief Whip.
He's not respect with his motion, so that we don't continue to repeat this mistake again and again. Is order 63. With the permission, I read. The President of the Senate in the Senate and the chairman in any committee shall be responsible for the observance of the rules of order in the Senate and committee respectively, and their decision upon any point of order shall not be open to appeal, shall not be open to appeal, shall not be open to appeal, and shall not be reviewed by the Senate except upon a substantive motion after notice. So once you have ruled, nobody can bring up that matter again until a notice is given and a substantive motion is tabled. So once you rule, you have ruled. Except you want to go against this.
The point of order is Order 54 and the responsibility of the Chief Whip. Is it 54 or the Chief Whip? Just as a way of, advising the Senate on the way we do things. Mr. President, this is the Senate. This is the Senate. And we should not shy away from learning.
Sorry, the clerk, can I have that order 54? Order 54. Order 54 says the Rules Committee shall locate time to all sequence of speeches, motions or bills coming before the Senate. So as we are coming under Order 54, this is what is written there. So I'm sorry, Leader, we rule you out of order. Yes, Leader of the Senate.
And he was like, that's me. I'm leaving. Fine. So reactions have now been like, they want to remove Akpabiole, but they can't. But they will continue to push until Tinubus will do their bidding. Whatever that even means. Right? Anyway, let's move forward. In that same Senate, this is an interesting story. It was the verification of the new EFCC chairman. But do you want me to tell you the story of this Olukayode? Number one, they said, anybody that is going to be appointed as the head of EFCC must be from somebody who is actually in the force, either police or other force, right? Or somebody who was like ex-force member. That is the law that set up the EFCC and all of that. But that one breached. Fuck that, it's like, fuck that. Now, this Olukayode story is a Redeemed Church of God, Redeemed Christian Church of God, the pastor as well, is a pastor. But they all have this pastor cover, okay? But he is also a criminal. What do I mean by that? Say me, I no go call anybody criminal if they are not criminals. And if there is no record where they are indeed accused and proven to be that criminals. But because Nigeria is a criminal scene, the criminal contraption, criminals or crimes are not punished. They are rewarded. And this was what happened in 2019 stroke 2020. From the blues, from nowhere, Malamu, they just broke the news and said they've arrested the Maguluta Kruko. How could you arrest a person where they arrested thieves? If you know what to do, him be a thief. He has reluted all the returned loot. What do you mean he reluted all the returned loot? What's going on? I mean, okay, who arrested? They said no. Now inside presidential villa, they can't give them inside the guard room. They lock them inside guard room. Inside the presidential villa. From that space, they can't share stories of Maguluta Kluku. And waiting in the, like, you know, private jet trip. He had the guy is the one that will always go after people to tell them that, listen, oh, we are coming for you soon, oh. So when we come for you, it go cost you more. You know, say you don't steal. Instead of coming for you, we realize that you don't steal. You have stolen about 100 billion naira. Now, we got the record, everything. Give us 50 billion and keep 50. If you don't agree, we'll take everything. We'll still kind of put your picture out there. Oh. That's business. Oh. So you will now start negotiating. I'll give you 20%. I'll give you 10%. I'll give you this. I'll give you my house in Ikoyi. You can take my house in Abuja. Take that one as, you know what I mean? So now that guy go come the resell him. Now that is the one that they've not affected or effected arrest. But if you have now been arrested, there's something called taking there's when you go for it. I wanted to say taking stock. I mean taking stock. No, it's not taking stock. What is that thing when they do arrest? When they arrest people and everything they have in their possession, they will now keep them as evidence in the evidence room. So the list, what is it they call that list again? You get what I'm trying to say, Abi? They have a name for it, but you shall get what I mean. So when they are taking stock of what they recover from your house, where they recovered 4 houses and 1 business center, they will report 1 house, no other houses, no business center. Where they took about a 4 cars from you, they will report that they only took 1 car. Oh my, inventory long pay. And that's all now they do. That's the problem. All of us get too much on you both for our head. You hear my description. If we are doing the describe and guess, all of you now go just make me. It's inventory, that's what it is called. Inventory. You take the inventory of they will write your name for top. We don't collect in belt. We saw 3,000 naira inside in pocket. This 3,000 naira, 3 pieces of 1,000 naira. Okay. And then we saw 2 condoms. We saw ID card. We saw a key to his house. And then when we got to his house, we took his DVD. We took his TV, 24-inch TV. And we couldn't take his bed. Nothing more valuable in the house. In his bank account, we couldn't go to that one yet. So we have his bank card, 3 banks, and his phone. Inventory, ni one way. God bless you. Inventory. Because that is what they will say. Okay, all these things where we don't take from you, they are proceeds of crime, financial crimes. So they will now present them to the court and say, my lord, we have arrested this big mouth Mayegun. And we discovered that despite the fact that he is talking, we found $100 billion in his account. And we also took about 600 houses from him. And all of that. Evidence real. So now the judge will say, you are a how did you man? Here is my judgment. I send you to 10 years imprisonment and all your properties confiscated to government. Now that inventory. If they now close the case, you appeal, you lost, and you go to Supreme Court, you still lost. Now government will go come auction the properties. They will now tell the public to come and buy them. That is what the inventory is meant for. Now, dear Maguluta Kruku, they do operation to shake the ground, the gun, but they don't take them to any court. You know what they did? They invited Magu inside the asshole rock. Malamu. In don't open cage like that. You know, like say they won't capture animal, a dangerous animal. They don't open cage like that. Magu enter, they lead down to the room, to the left, to the right, and then to the stairs, to the left. Now inside cage, they lock him. They can't call salami. They say na justice, salami go do injustice. Now inside the asshole rock, they now started telling us that Omo, Oleni Maguo, 2.1 billion naira is how much money they have recovered from him. And right now, they still have no account for 42 billion naira. They said that about Magu. But they removed Magu. It's another story. Oh. They removed Magu because they wanted Magu to arrest Tinubus as part of the plot to stop him from becoming APC, Egbe's presidential candidate. Long story and true story. True story. So to sacrifice Magu, they have to do in-house RNG. So you know go P2. Sure you get. So that's why they called him inside the house of rock, accused him of thieving, and then they replaced him. They can't replace him with Lil Bawa. Lil Bawa is the young Bawa. His name is Bawa, or you can call him Lil Bawa. My name is Lil Bawa. Lil Bawa. So Bawa got appointed to replace Maguluta Kruku. Bawa ba bosaye omo lomo. Imagine packing. This is not a joke, true story. The guy was leaving the aye Davida Loka. Is that not old? Some of you today will be jaye tell me aye will enjela sinyo. Azu no. There is some aye conwa, there's some enjoy kind of they call him aye Davida Loka. Sorry, give me 1 second, I'm coming. Anyway, let's continue, don't worry. Lil Bawa, they said when Lil Bawa they go Mecca, whether na lesser agio, whether na medium agio, whether na just Osho free agio, it no matter, na entourage. You know they enter public flight, kilo the EFCC chairman. Are you mad? There is so much money. It's just like printing money, free money. They said this guy was spending as much as $2 million. Say in just one go be Kaaba. Like that. He won't go Saudi Arabia, go praise Allah with public money. He was living large. Aye Davida Luka. Kilo Komolomo. Ish. As long as he's doing what they ask him to do. Well, we don't know what's go wrong and all of that too. Now, that same Lil Bawa, it doesn't matter. You know who I'm talking about, right? Lil Bawa also got invited like Maguluta Kruku. Now, guess what? Maguluta Kruk, when they replaced him with Lil Bawa, you know what they did? They returned him back to the police. They paid him all the money of his salary when he was in their cage inside the Aso Rock. And they gave him a book that said, gave him a form and said, this is a non-disclosure. Everything where your eyes see here, don't talk more. If you talk out, you go die. I mean, that kind of thing like that. So, Maguluta Kruku, talk to anybody. He just went back. As it is right now, he dey police in Nigeria, in case if you don't know. The jail. Person where they talk says stole 42 billion naira, 2.1 billion. But don't even story again. It's the same pattern. Don't even story. They don't bring the story back again. Lil Bawa, they say Lil Bawa unko. He has coughed out 580 million inside the call loose detention. But that is not the story yet. When Maguluta Kruku was picked up and locked up in Shensi, or I don't know, in the self-contained inside the asshole Rocky, and Justice Salami, they investigate him and they found out their evidence and they convicted him, but he no go jail. Do you know that this Olukayode was also suspended? The new chairman. He was also suspended with Maguluta Kruku. Okay, maybe that's just like, I don't know how to say that anyway. But anyway, Olukayode, somehow, it was not investigated, was not locked up, was not nothing. It was just like suspended. Now, Kolu don't bring him back. And the first person to talk to him was Akpabiole. Naira's Will Akpabiole. Now, Naira's Will Akpabiole, who also became a senator in this time through the abracadabra of the Nigeria Supreme Court. I thought you should remember that, Abi. In no contest primary election, another person won primary. Now, Supreme Court made Akpabiole. But here is something you should know as well. Akpabiole has his own long story in APC. Akpabiole was with Jonathan when the bridge and the ship was sinking and burning. Akpabiole was a thief running from the same Maguluta Kruku EFCC because when he was governor, he stole over 157 billion naira, not dollars, naira. Kilude. The court talks, you stole this kiniko. Akpabiole is now the Senate President of Nigeria today. The number 3 man in Nigeria in the criminal contraption called Nigeria. And here, Akpabiole is sitting on the bed, on the couch, in a chair to choose the next economics and crimes and financial commission chairman. You know what that means, right? Monkey, they carry monkey to climb a pantry, coconut, it no matter. But he did say something. He said, listen, I've had my own fair share of Maguluta Crook, by the way. He was chasing me, embarrassing me and some of people like me of corruption. I hope you are not going to be using or chasing people like me too. Like a jibe. They were confirming the person who is going to be the watchdog against public looters, which Akpabiole is the Senate chairman for it. And well, he said that, the guy responded and said, Mr. President, I wanted to know that between 2019 and 2022, people stole 2.9 trillion naira through public procurement and contracts that they never delivered. 2.9 trillion naira went into the hands of rogues and criminals through bogus budget inflation, budget insertion, and so many other lies that they cook up there to just cough out money. Money that could have gone into better things and change life for you, right? So yeah, was their conversation. I'm coming back. Oh, don't go anywhere. Meanwhile, hang on. We currently have over 3,000 of us who are currently attending the sermon tonight. I understand that a lot of people probably not sure if Mayegun is back or not. You see, you need to on Mayegun's, on YouTube, by the way. So if you are here, take your moment, okay? Like the broadcast, share it if you haven't done that already. Okay, share the broadcast and subscribe. When you subscribe on Mayegun's Diary Political, there's also a space where you have to set your notification. The notification is to let you know whenever any video drops here. Okay? But let's go to the Senate, where Akpabiole was talking to the EFCC chairman, Ole Mole.
Chairman nominee. The reality is that I think that EFCC has engaged more on sensation than on real investigation. Like the minority leader pointed out, it was a local government chairman, and election was coming. For me, I've had my own share, where even a letter informing EFCC that I would not be able to come on a frivolous petition was released by the office of the chairman of EFCC to Sahara reporters. You see the chairman's stamp on it. He released it to Sahara reporters just to embarrass me because of 2023 elections. But to the glory of God, I surmounted it, I'm here. So for me, I don't think we should waste time with the EFCC. We need to take a thorough look at the EFCC and look at whether the act setting up the EFCC even allows them to function, because there's too much discretion. I don't see how the EFCC will go and arrest a former governor and come through the rooftop as if they are taking Pablo Escobar yeah, but it happened. It happened to Rocha Sokorocha. They came through the roof. They broke through the POP, and it was calling live. Nigerians were the whole world watched. They removed the roof, went through the POP, broke it down, and they were going down with guns. Is that EFCC? And for you, that is investigation. So what I would like to hear from you will be, what will you do differently? Because outside this country, sometimes they can follow somebody for 5 to 10 years until they establish evidence before they invite that person. But they keep embarrassing people's children, traumatizing the children, stigmatizing people because they had the opportunity to be in public office. And even within the EFCC, properties that you recover, money you recover, are stolen. People's properties that are supposed to be in your care are stolen and sold out at ridiculous prices. Properties worth 5 billion are sold for 300 naira because it is EFCC. So for me, EFCC, I have my own opinion about EFCC. So I welcome you, Chairman. So I don't want.
He's a former governor, and he knows what he's talking about. Just Apple, because Nigeria is a crime scene, right? Thieves are still decision makers, and they want you to spend 10 years investigating them. At least you should have evidence. Dog cuts, this and that. Stop using the media to embarrass us. How could you come and arrest a former governor like that? Former thieves. I mean, we can all say like politicians' rights or politicians' rights matters. Yeah, politicians' rights matter. All of that nonsense. I'm not weary. So let's take a break from the catch up and all that. Okay. Today is the 3rd year that APC Egbekegbe slaughtered over 500 Nigerians in a space of 1 week, and then they lied about it. Then they came back to say, well, it happened, but not that way. Tinubus, who stand to lose favor of the outcome of EndSars, also had this to say, if you probably remember, right?
Severe casualty during the gunshot. Needs to answer some questions too. How are they there? How long were they there? What kind of characters are they? Even though we want to help, we see must extract information that we help the government to prepare in future or understand how and when to react.
EndSars changed Nigeria forever. It helped to cement the conviction of so many young people that something and many things are indeed wrong with Nigeria. They experienced it, their own first-hand experience, and they fought back 2.5 years later. But the establishment did what they know how to do best: deny them the success of that fighting back. And they are still fighting, I don't know. So today, in remembrance of those that got killed, I would like us to have a minute silence right now. Thank you. So let's keep it that short, and their souls should continue to rest in peace, while their killers will continue to live with that torment, with that what they call it, with the consequences of the evil that they thought they could bury. But while we remember those who died, we should never forget that it is 3 years now, and there are more than 200 Nigerians who are still being locked up because of that EndSars protest. Yes. More than that. There are those who have been documented. For example, 34 of those who are locked up in Kirikiri. Nigeria judicial system intentionally and deliberately continues to keep them locked up without giving a date for them to appear in court. In the injustice of October 10, 2020, October 20, 2020, the injustice is not really something that is gone. It is still living and crying for justice today. Now, to take its backers who have invested so much in reminding all of us what led to the EndSars protest and why it was purely no victor, no vanquished till today, because the establishment are still keeping these people in different prisons across Nigeria, even though they're pretending to have, tried to first they denied that nobody died. Later they said they have settled some of the families of the victims. But what about those who are still in illegal detention because of this protest 3 years ago? And that is why I said, sometimes you probably don't like Omoyele Sowore for his way of expressing his own views or passing along his own views on the state of Nigeria. But there's something you will never take away from him. His steadfastness, his consistency in holding the criminals whenever and wherever, not just that, holding them responsible and standing with the rest of you, Nigerians. It was out today, like many others. Debo Macaroni was also like out. But I have this. When Sowore was out today, at that same Lekki toll gate, in what they call the walk, peace walk, remembrance walk, 2 years ago, they were shot at. Last year, they were shot at. But this year, there was no report of being shot at. There were confrontations on camera. I'll show you that one. Show.
The area commander. Area commander. Where's the area commander now? You told me the area to meet the area commander. Where is he? Okay, so where's the area commander? Where's the area? Okay. Èmi máa worry ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀. Why would you want to tow my vehicle? You don't say one, don't say gara. Say why arrest anybody for EndSars láàárọ̀? No, nobody. But there's somebody in the truck. Command wo ni right?
Maybe please on that man report the business.
Oh, okay. Is the DPO still around?
DPO is there. Let me see where. DPO is there, it's on the ground.
How are you? Well done. Yes. Today is EndSars now. We must visit. How's everybody? Good morning, sir. How are you, sir? How are you?
I'm fine. How are you too?
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Yes. Yeah, we came here. I came here and to observe EndSars, and some of our people are still coming. But we wanted to let your people know not to harass anybody, because I just came now and some of the officers were already harassing me, and this should not. Yes, it wouldn't allow me park my car, driving my car out of the street. It's not the middle of the road. Yes.
Are you ready to talk to me?
Yes, now. No. Yes, of course.
To talk to me?
Yeah, I'm talking. I actually requested to see you, so that's why I was brought. No, because I wasn't impressed by his conduct.
Okay, how?
Yes,
How?
because he was harassing me. Yes.
How was he harassing?
He was harassing me not to park my car.
Maybe
Well,
you parked in the
I didn't
wrong
park in the wrong place. Everybody knows today. You know.
I know.
Everybody knows today is EndSars remembrance, and everybody in the police force should know that. So there's no point creating any basis for tension. You understand? I came to observe it. I said that even if I'm the only one today, I'll come out observe EndSars memorial. But there was no basis for the harassment. But I requested to see you as the area commander.
Yes.
You understand? To let them know that this is completely unnecessary.
What is unnecessary?
The harassment.
Which harassment?
I've just expressed to you.
Not to park in a particular place.
Yes.
So as
And I parked my car.
Nigeria,
Yes.
You were supposed to just obey that.
And I did obey that. That's why I walked down here.
So
And
what is the harassment?
the harassment is that even as yes, it is.
You've
As
not
far as
been harassed in any way.
I'm telling you that he harassed me.
You've not been harassed.
You know,
in
and
any way.
I'm saying this is unnecessary.
Okay, we've heard.
Let people observe religiously and peacefully EndSars memorial
Okay.
without harassment.
We've heard you.
All right.
After having heard you,
Yes.
and after having said it,
Yes.
can you stop videoing me now?
Well-
because the same way you have your rights, I have none.
But you also
talk to me,
videotaping
can
me.
you
Yes.
Who
Your
is doing
people.
that?
Your people. Everybody has a video on my
You are
face.
speaking to me,
Yes.
and you put a camera on my face. That is
Because
not
I want to
honest.
make sure that
Then I will
our
not
conversation
talk to
is
you. I will
covered.
I will not talk to you if you continue to do that.
But you are a
If
public
want-
officer.
Yeah, if you want
You should
to
be used
civil,
to.
You take that
There's
on
nothing
hand.
more civil than having an engagement with you that is public.
Okay, I
You know, I'm
decide
not.
to speak with you when you are putting
Okay.
your camera to my
All
face.
right.
And if you know you've parked your car in the wrong place, find out where they want you to park and remove your car from there. That's all.
That's
no
that's
harassment.
exactly the reason why I
You are
came
even
to
the
see
one
you.
creating tension
That
now.
they should not have driven me.
So the message Showore was passing to them was, why are you so many here? Why are you like, something like a war gear ready? Like, why are you like combat ready? You know what today is, right? People are going to peacefully come around and just pay their respect to those you killed here. And I'm quite sort of happy that one of the things the EndSars did was that till now, they still haven't allowed them to take tolls from people. You know, it's toll gates. Tinubus makes money there every minute. But since EndSars, 3 years now, they said they've not allowed them to take a toll, take money from anybody. You could see all the cars just like voo, 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 just passing through. And I think I like that. You know, when you kind of make them see the price of what they have done, even if it has to be more, you know what I mean? You use government money to construct road, put a toll on it, and give it to a private company owned by you or your own children who are now the owners of it. They did not put a penny or a penny down in building that structure. It was the government's money. So yeah, that kind of, sounds good, right? Because the money doesn't even go to Lagos state government anyway. It goes to their private pockets. And that is why they will tell you that he's so rich, he has so much money, but it will never show you his own tax return or something like that. How much tax does Tinubu pay in a year? Nobody knows. Nobody will ask because the money he's been stealing and all of that. If he begins to account for them, it won't be your president, he will be in jail. So that will never happen, unfortunately. The other day they said that, remember this guy, Ifeanyi Uba? Right. Ifeanyi Uba happened to be one of the oil marketers who were under investigation for fuel subsidy, oil bunkering, and so many other oil diversion and all of that. He is also one of the top Nigerians who are indebted to AMCON. Now, AMCON is an agency of government that is constitutionally empowered to recover bad loans. Do you understand? Like those who took government loans or took bank loans and ran bank account and all of that. All those financial dealings, that have resulted into bad debts. You can't pay up anymore. So they will take your assets. You get that? Everything they can get from you, they will do. So in Nigeria, these guys will take government money, okay, with no intention of paying back. So instead of paying back, they will take the government to court. Imagine, you use a dubious way and you get a deal from government because everybody is doing it anyway. They say, they don't give you 200 billion naira with the promissory note of you go pay back. She been at you. And there is already a letter from the president or a letter from a minister or a letter from somebody. So they've given you the money. Now, pay back. No, they have no plan of paying back. So they will go to court. And they will tell court that court should tell you never to ask them for that money again. Okay? That's how bold Nigerian thieves are. Then go into politics. So this guy is YPP or something like that. So he decamped to APC, Egbekegbe last week. And this week, AMCON, that is about to take almost all his assets, okay, bankrupt him for those bad debts, AMCON have now withdrawn their case against him. It's more or less like, just go and do whatever you like. We don't receive the letter from above. Sure, you get that. We should let you go. We should stop disturbing you. You are now APC. In Bayelsa State, they are going to have an election, governorship election soon. But do you know one ridiculous thing there? The deputy governorship candidate of APC in Bayelsa State, the guy broke out of jail. Do you understand what I mean? The guy was in jail in Bayelsa. And some people staged jailbreak. They broke into the prison. Free prisoner. He himself escaped. Omo, the guy is not wanted or anything. No, he's not being cleared by anybody. But he's APC member. He's the deputy governorship candidate in their coming up election. And Omo, yes, I break out of jail. Listen to this.
Mine was formed and men brought me out from prison on the 2nd of April. I didn't stay in prison after my sentence for even 2 months. The purpose was to come and lead men in Bayelsa. So they brought me out from prison. So if you say jailbreak, yes, I committed it. Proudly then. But they can't just keep me in prison for trying to say, for saying that trying to coerce him to enter into an agreement with me to provide social amenities. Not for me, for my community.
Well, that's
if you call on jailbreak, yeah, fine, I break out of jail. You can't just put me in prison where I'm trying to fight for my people, to get infrastructure, to defend my people. You can't just put me in jail. Only deputy governorship candidate, That is the Nigeria they are telling you. Ile labo simioko. Where? Home is home. Anywhere you go in the world, just remember that home is home. Home is home. I laugh in Chicago State University laugh. Home is home. Níbi táwọn criminals wà. Where some criminals can just decide to demolish your life investment, places where they gave you CFO. They say, I got my CFO. It was signed by... I say, no, shut up your mouth. You build on the canal. Canal, bawo. This house was built because I got... my friend, you built on the canal. Majority of you are abroad, saving money. Buying land to build houses in Nigeria. Today, when I don't get peace of mind. I was the Ipaja. Ipaja, hello? It didn't get to our side. I said, no. They are still across the road. We are talking to them because we don't know if it's going to cover your area too. What should we do now? Who can I call? Esa, there's nobody to call. Let us just pray to God that they will not demolish your house. So a lot of you are living in fear right now. If you happen to stumble on my broadcast, it is a sign of a failed country. A lot of you don't know. It is a sign of a failed country where anything goes. You they carry documents. I get my documents. Say, which document? That your document, no be original. I say, but you are the one who gave me this document. Let me see it. You are the one who you signed it, sir. Look at it, sir. We even took picture. Was I breathing when I was signing it? I say, of course, now you must be breathing now. All of us were in your living room when I paid for this place and you signed it. That's the problem. Anytime I want to sign anything legal, I shouldn't breathe. And because I was breathing, it's illegal. Look at this one. Look at this one that I signed here. Can you see that? I was not breathing. That's the original. Ilu Oshinio. Ilu Wiri. That you can go to court, go anywhere. Omo, by the time you get to anywhere midway, you go don't lose half, or you go don't lose nearly the same value of what you are trying to get back from them. Ilu Wiri. But no. Ilela Bosimioko. Don't let us talk bad about our country. Let us talk good about our country. Is anything good that somebody will break out of jail? Pass through your DSS background check. Those people where they check people will get criminal record and all of that stuff. They check all of that and then clear them. He said, well, if you call and jailbreak, that's your own problem. You cannot just put me in jail. You can't put me in jail because I'm fighting for my people. So if you go jail now, if they will break you out, may them break you out too. Those people will be say they escape from the Kuje prison in Abuja. Nobody they go after them anymore. Now some of them will be say when they come out, realize say, oh, Nigeria don't change you. That time when we were doing all this, when we do our jihad, we could easily just walk straight into any town, enter chemist, pack any of their medicine and all of that. But enter supermarket, carry food, carry everything. Or maybe like everywhere don't change now. Nobody, it's not easy now to just enter anywhere, just raid you. Because people where you want raid serve, it be like people where you see they are so poor. You enter their house, you can't ransack the place. They ask you, say, sorry, sir. Say, first ground, all of you, first down. Oh yeah, close your eyes. Don't look at me or I will shoot you. You can't ransack the house. They ransack the house. One of them call say, sorry, sir, brother, I'm robber. Sorry, what do you they look for? They say, I am looking for the money you are keeping in this house. Sir, that's not a problem, sir. Then you stood up from there, you go get up. They will get up and say, you the crazy. I say, face down. What do they do? You say you they look for money inside my house. I they help you look for them. Because even me, if I see any money inside this house, I feel no be inside this house this time when you come. So I don't know, maybe since you say they look for money, so terrorists will escape from jail, from Abuja Kuje. They realize that they can no longer just enter anywhere, just take anything and all of that. Some of them now hunger, they push them out. They say they don't discover one of the Kuje prison break for Suleja. He won't go steal bread. Terrorist for 2014. And he escaped from prison 2022. 8 years in Kuje prison. Can't enter street. Can't say street don't change. They can't catch terrorists where they carry gun, where they do big man. In 2014. In 2022, the guy escaped from prison. They can't arrest him because he go steal bread. They say, why you go steal bread? He say, na hunger. He loot it change. Now everybody go collect. If you haven't collected yours, just wait for it. So when you have your own money, if you have your money, I'm not talking about where you don't go rob here and there and suddenly you just have this money. Because I see they kill some of the young men and women in Nigeria right now. A lot of people have entered generational busy. You have no idea. Housewife, that they chase, what did they call her? Baba, give us game, I say, before they say that they listen to Madman, they give them game. A guy said, when he realized how many lives that the economic downturn and a free-for-all that Nigeria economy has become, which means people are now prone to different financial problems. They are there. You go enter them. I pray you don't anyway, because it will be like that they cost you. I'm not costing you. It is the economic reactions to, or people's reaction to economic saboteurs, criminals. Sure, you understand now. So it's unfortunate, but I mean, I don't know how to describe all of that for you, and it breaks out too. Young people, old people, they are looking for means to double their money. So one guy told this story. He said, when he saw the ruins, the damages that the betting has done to Nigerians, through desperation, and instead of helping them, it has made their lives even worse. It is an epidemic, pandemic. It worse. Responsible men and women to deal responsible women and men. I'm telling you, like broken homes and all is worse. In what they have made now. So this guy said he had to, after 3 years, he just stopped the business. Right? Just whatever he had and everything, he just sold the business and he left Nigeria. Under that same X or Twitter post, where that guy said he experienced this firsthand, he saw young men in that street, on that street where he was, he had his business. Young men who had their life before you know it, they don't turn gambler, they don't turn debtors. They are like, majority of them are no longer like, you can't, I mean, you just Igba oni ola dibai, Jesus. Igba oni daddy Shegun Wariba. When did the Papa Nenka turn to this? He used to be a responsible person. He was a banker. See, the moment he lost his job, he turned to betting. He go make him today, he go make him tomorrow. So the guy said he shut down his business. Under that post, people come there and say, you are a very bad person. Bad person that he didn't want to continue to contribute to the expansion of the multidimensional poverty, which this desperation has pushed so many people into. And now, people are investing their money. Do you know that a lot of them, they have invested so much that the year 1, the year 2, the year 3 that they have lost everything. Maybe now the 4th year, God won't answer their problem. To cash out, you can't close your shop. You are an evil person, no more. Fear cash me. As you're making it mental, and if a country is so broken that the active population, supposed active population of young people are wasting away on building this castle in the air. One day we go cash out. One day soon I go cash them out. If I no cash out this, I need to continue. You want to what badge? and there is no way out of it. Some of them are watching me right now. You think you still have the control of it. I mean, I respect you, okay? I am not gambu shaming you, because everything now gambu shaming. I mean, everything now shaming. Don't body shame people because they get extra flesh. Don't body shame them because they are slim. They don't get body like Mayegun like this. Don't body shame me. All of now when they tell me, say, man, I go to shop. Man, I go to do exercise. Man, I go to do this or that. You are body shaming me. Today, they say, stop body shaming people. They depress people. And because I'm strong, I'm a very strong person. If not, if I don't depress with that, well, I can't. Nothing will depress me anymore. You understand? If Nigeria is, you know, depress me. Baba, likely more anyway. You get that? Don't broke shame people. Look at this one. They say, why you can't spend? I mean, well, look at how they are wasting money. They say, now poverty, they worry you. That's all of them way be say poor people, they think. Eh? How much is going in the corner? You know, now all these poor boys, they talk, say, this one, eh? Now all these broke boys, broke guys, broke girls. Don't broke shame people. No, they shame us. Now money we no get. Now broke, we no kill people. Abi? No be broke, we keep person. It is also the same thing with all of you gamblers. I'm just sharing my own heart. What do you call it? What you can call the effect of a free-for-all country. You are the mercy of, you know, loan shark, fraudsters, scammers, and then so many people who are going to target you because it is a case of dog eat dog. And you cannot continue to live in denial of it. So I'm not gambu shaming you. You won't cash out. Maybe in December you go cash out. You don't try them for the past 5 years. You don't lose your business. You don't lose you have almost lost your family. Nobody they too respect you anymore. Anytime when you come around, they just be like, you know, tell him I know the house. The moment they see you coming, they say, I'm gonna tell him I say I know the house. I know they carry phone call anymore. Because anytime when you call them and they say, hello, once they pick your call, problem don't come. Okay? Hello, Chooks. Oh, Chooks, Baba, how you there? I mean, I just thought I should check on you. It's been a long time. Hey, oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Benson. Say Benson. Benson, they call Chooks. And Chooks know Benson very well. Benson know they call anyhow, except something don't happen. Maybe somebody don't fall from a 3-story building inside their village, or the grandma don't swallow remote control. You know that kind of thing. Or the grandpa don't swallow vibrator, and now they need emergency something. So Chooks knows that of Benson. So you must never cross that line and say, how are you? Now, a lot of you today are battling different demons, thinking it is your own way of, I just wait for the time. I'm just looking for opportunity. I can't wait for so and so. That opportunity may never come with the kind of policies of these criminals. So you see, say people know that if you say, I, some people know they reply back. Because when you say hello, and you reply back and say hi, the next thing is going to be, if you now go do mistake, go say, so how are you? How is everything? Nigeria, how is everything? About you strong, go. This is the effect of the failed country that some of you are still pretending about. But have you not noticed? People know they ask you how you do anymore. Because it's a very, very strong word. You they ask person within Nigeria, say, how is everything? You must be ready to listen to everything. No, you must be ready. And at that moment, you will begin to battle your soul and your heart, and your life will begin to turn upside down, because their problem will become your problem right away. So I'm saying this to all of you who are in Nigeria. You may not know that the result of the economic destruction, the choices some of you are making, I'm sorry for all of you who indeed did your best to avoid all of this. I mean, You see today, now everybody, they blame you. Now everybody, they say, look at all these Nigerians. I will never give anybody money in Nigeria again. Don't take their call from Nigeria again. All these Nigerians are, that they blame you too, even though they nearly kill you. Where you they try to stop these criminals. Remember? When they tell you, say, me you go get PVC. Say your PVC, if you remove them. And a lot of you started then, you wanted to remove them with PVC. You can't realize, say, people will tell you, say PVC is stronger than gun. They lie to you. The day when you come to hear ta-ta-ta, gun, they reminded you of you being fooled, Abby. You did your best, though. I'm not saying you didn't, though. You did, though. But look at it today now. Anybody will want to talk, like say, all those people in Nigeria, very useless people in Nigeria. They don't even they try remember, say, some of you nearly died. Some of you died trying to stop them. So apologies to you. In this case, they say when the truthful people they shop, when they collect. So don't know. They say where sinners they collect. All of una will be say righteous. Una go collect too. Because as it be now, waiting the ground, even those who trusted Muslim tickets, they collect them loud. Lamba to thick. And those they told to go after Igbos and kill them. Because I want local. They collect them true right now. So if it's over when you go fisi, you can pretend that's all you like. It no matter. Everybody. Don't shaking you. Everybody don't collect. But you can still pretend, Komi. The fact is that wherever you are right now, you dey feel am. But to those of you who tried your best, sorry. You cannot ask anybody in Nigeria, how are you, if you don't have something to offer. I try you. I mean this, this is a true life story. If you don't get something, because the moment you ask, how are you? How is everything? How is everyone? How is it going? 4 questions. Baba, big gates in here. I'm not exaggerating. You have no idea what this does to people psychologically. I am there. I am still there, though. And I see therapists. I see therapists. So that, and let me tell you something, it's working. Now my therapist told me, if you don't have something to offer, don't ask anybody in Nigeria how they be. You must have something before you ask, because that can actually cost you a fortune. Unfortunately. And my therapist. So since then, I have managed to avoid debt. You don't see that before. I go there here when I was still working for Sky. My salary was 2,000, maybe 2,100 pounds after tax, because I was really good. Somebody sent me a message and said, Amayego, can you please recommend some of the courses or the trainings you did with Sky so that I could pick them up, because I would love to kind of expand my own horizon when it comes to customer service and all of that. I was like, Baba, it be like I went to university when I worked for Sky. You have to work for Sky to get that kind of very, very expensive exposure and training. Seriously. However, I don't pick up something there. 1 sec.
Bank was formed and bank brought me out from prison on the 2nd of April. I didn't stay in prison after my sentence for even 2 months.
Allow for policy, innovation, effective implementation of government programs, and ensure governing accountability. Now, this dynamic of push and pull, cooperation and resistance are most evident in the executive and legislative relationship. The combination of independence and reliance can be, and often has been in the past, a recipe for conflict, discord, and governing paralysis. It is important to note that this is not a uniquely Nigerian.
Anyway, sorry about that, okay? I had to put something up because something was like, as usual. But anyway, I was working for Sky, okay? I was making good bonus and I was getting paid about, 1,700 and something at the time. My total bill, electricity, rent, Nigeria bills as well. We all do that anyway. Before Nigerian bill, my bills here, rent, everything was probably like 1,100 pounds, just something like that. So which means I could still have like 1,000 pounds. So I could put that towards my credit card, my this, that every month, and I'll still have something. Baba, when I get that problems of asking Nigerians, how are you? How is everything? Let me see what I can do. I'll get back to you. After sharing my own supposed saving money, or what do you call that money again? We have a name for that. It's like a free, is it called? No, free cash. No, it's not free cash. Oh no, but you get what I mean? Like after you have, you just keep it aside. Okay, yeah, the money you'll be spending once in a while. Before the end of the month, before you get paid again. You way they get money, we be saying good money at the time. It was good money. I mean, Kini Mumbaka. They borrow money. After sharing that, I will borrow money. I say, hello, princess. Can you help me get? Do you have 200,000? I'll give it back to you when I have cash at the end of the month. And because I am Mayegun, I have a very good credit with people. Hello, I need 5,000 pounds. Oh, okay, Mayegun, send the account. I mean, seriously, people have done that for me very well. I won't mention their names because them be my own creditor. Maybe say, sure you get. I've got a very good credit because I could pay up anything, anytime. From that. Baba Monjek say, oh, what me or not? Are the whole people? Money we be say, they are not meant for my family members, They are not meant for any of my relatives, Okay? They are not money I am using to build anything in Nigeria. Just busy of asking people, how are you? So now my therapist content is make I know they ask if I don't get any space. So now, after kind of clearing whatever inflation has brought upon Nigeria today, okay, after meeting up all of that and to the best of my ability, if I can't get small change, now then at the open message, I say, am I going to have been messaging you all this way? Sorry. Because if I reply you and I'm unable to do anything, you have no idea what that does to me. You have no idea how much I have to be thinking about your situation. God knows what you are going through right now. Oh, God knows what it is for that person right now. The moment I ask you, how are you? And you tell me your story, because you go tell me. Do you know that some of your friends abroad don't reply your messages anymore? Don't be say they don't like you. Baba, as you are asking them, because Nigeria is not making it easier for anyone, you are lying to yourself, defending these criminals, and then you are telling your friends, don't let our political differences change us. Don't let our political ideas, don't let them stop our friendship. Abori brukun shieni. You want to legend share friendship weary. Friendship that will turn me to Dabi Mosheda. So that before you know it, you and I go down there better. We'll come to try to text people together. I say, Yomi Totu. I say, Mayegun, Bawoni. Yomi Totu, Baba, you know easy. I never shop for 3 days now. Say when I came to Nigeria, I'm working on different. Say, Mayegun to direct better. God damn it. Next time when I say, Yomi Totu, Baba, how you dey, sir? You go just ignore him. Because how do you think it's going to feel if he's unable to say, okay, Mayegun, ya take again. Mayegun, okay, take again. The day he's unable to say, Mayegun, ya take, he's probably not going to sleep for days. A lot of people will tell you how, see now, you're me talk to. If you like say your finger, they itch you. So Yomi Toti is trying to tell all of you that no. May God no make my egun egbeda pest and egbeda no bad though, please. So all of us will they stay egbeda. You know me say egbeda bad. I'm not trying. I'm just saying, you know, when all of us can't do the same basket, we can't target our people where we know. They tell them stories. You know me, right? I have been there too. I've been in a situation whereby I have to sit down. Nigeria is not a good place. But some of you will not agree until it happens to you or you finally realizes it, right? You see, when people ask me for help from Nigeria, you know what that always reminds me? It reminds me of when I was there too. There's nothing wrong in asking for help. But a lot of you have no idea what it takes for so many people to pick up their phone and type a message to ask you for help. Some people don't even know the type of a psychological sort of a preparation, the level of creativity that people always put into sending that message of, I don't know, you know, some will start with prayer, some will go into, you know, all of that, but they're still coming back to, so do you know what, you know, sometimes I will sit down. When I was looking for 110,000 naira to buy ticket to leave Nigeria, they don't give me visa, 6-month visa. And on that visa, they say now multiple entry. So I enter UK and go back anytime where I want in 6 months. So it was a good visa. But Baba, all over a good visa, the bad visa, money lower. You know what I mean? For 3 months, I they look for money to buy tickets. So that was those were the moments of my best creativity. You know, you first look around your circle and you're like, if I jam this one, all these people were there around me. I don't blame them. They be my circle friend. All of us, they also know. This one's if I shake them. Even if they put them inside sack and squeeze them, put them under machine, squeeze them. The entire sweat will go come out of all of us put together, about 4 or 5 of us. It no go reach 10,000 naira, and I'm not mocking them. It was our situation at the time. I be in situation on the visa UK, and you are looking at you. I'll wake up and I will look at the visa and say, visa imagine no mommy lo by to your long. You know that situation now. So I was so creative, targeting those I wanted to go and ask for money. How I was going to present my story because of 20,000, because of 30,000, because of 50,000. You have no idea, or you pretended not to. All of you don't remember Nabi. We've all been there. So when you see some of us who are telling you that elections have consequences, and some of you are thinking it's game ni, it's a game. You win some, you lose some. Baba, your life, your life is not a game. Political decisions, they are life and death decisions. Can ruin you, destroy you, just like that. And then you realize that it's not a game. So when I see people where they try to craft messages, some will write long one. I know they read them. There are many people who have actually helped with real money, well, with good money. I've given people as much as 500, 1,000 naira. Yeah, in those good old days. Depends. Don't worry, I not be like that anymore because myself don't poor. All of us don't cry. But we should be grateful that if we get spare, they share. Are you with me? If you get any spare to share with people, I will not discourage you. But a lot of us have been there. You have been in that situation. Some of us are still there now, trying to figure it out. Keep going, keep pushing. If you are going through well, my brother, continue. Don't think, say, if you go back, it's going to be better. No. Continue to Baku. At the end of the day, you have a story to tell, Neo. If you are going through well right now in Nigeria. But imagine as things continue to get worse. Imagine how many stories you have told, and a lot of people don't even read your messages anymore. Once I see this message, I need my school fees. I need to buy. I was like, oh, school so. My message, some of them are watching me right now anyway, but some of them are also APC, a best member. Yeah, I'm not. I have been doing this for 10 years. majority of those who criticizes me, who abuses me, especially on Facebook, they are mostly people that I've actually offered help to, given money to, given this to, given that to. Random people on this platform. Nobody today. Now them, they tell me, say, now Ogun go kill my papa because they tell them about Tinubus and APC. Seriously. Now them, they tell me, say, now Ogun go kill my mama. Now this one go do this to me. They should arrest her. And I see them all the time. But I don't say Ogun no fit kill my papa second time. Ogun no fit kill my mama because they don't die already. Ogun himself don't die. So if they meet for them, maybe they drag am there. And I will never know. Until when I die too, then I go see waiting Ogun they do them or do them. But listen to me. These are the victims of bad government. And you can be one. You are one too, whether you are secretly supporting them or not. They abuse me, they attack me, they call me names and the rest of that. But guess what? I have offered so much support. I have asked people on this platform to help people randomly. Seriously. But majority of them are still supporters of this APC. They will defend them to hell. But look at it today. The stories you told people 2-3 years ago, they know they sell again, Abi. A lot of people know they reply you again. You know why? Because as those you thought will change your life continue to make your life hell. Baba, those people where they do social media philanthropist, they themselves on the run brokey, but what in brokey. And part of everyone's broke. And if some people are now pretending that they can still weather this, okay? And that is why I said don't broke shame anybody. Let us just come clean and be honest, right? I told somebody, I said, listen, me, I have been alive long enough to be able to tell you some things that you will never dispute them if you are an honest person and not a dubious, deflective, closet crook. Because that's what majority are. Anyway, I'm talking about the criminals who always want to defend the rogues, deflect and do all of that kind of, gaslighting and the rest of that. If you want to tell yourselves the honest truth, you are all witnessing the worst of the worst right now. But who are you going to blame? Who do you think is going to be responsible for that? Somebody else, Abi? No, it doesn't work that way. But let me tell you something. I'll remind you of this. In 5 days that I've been away, right? In 5 days, the Nigeria Naira has lost over 120 Naira in 5 days. Now, the place you are all going to in Nigeria under these criminals is that one of these days, okay, you will go to market for whatever you want to buy. For example, let's say you want to go and buy, what do you call it? Let's say you want to go and buy a pint of blood, okay, in order to save your family member. Now, you might need to carry a wheelbarrow like the Zimbabweans. But you know something I told people? I said, if all of you now won't be honest with yourselves, the consequences of this APC, bad leadership, crooked criminal state capture is that if all of you know they tell yourself, I go tell you. Majority of you are today telling yourselves that, I say, Baba, how far? You say, Baba, we are surviving, oh. I say, Baba, you are a MVP. God bless you. Baba, Nigeria won't kill us, but we no go agree. APC won't, with the struggle and all of that. I said, listen to me. You are just one sickness away from poverty. I swear. It is not a cause, it's not anything. One single sickness can take away everything they take to my boy. They tell others that Nigeria no go see my hand. Nigeria no go finish me. Now this country will go day and continue to tell yourself Nigeria will be better one day. It will go better one day. It will go better one day. Or more. One sickness, last one. Oh my Shiko fund me. Follow me, no. One single hospital sickness. Because see, they don't want me you die. All of that your house. All of that your car. your business, everything. They go take the hit at the same time, eh? And before you know it, you don't call friends for money to save your life. The friends who won't turn up, they go open GoFundMe. They ask people, say, wow, what the ton? I used to be the CEO water company, pure water company. Want to tap your water company, want to wear rakini, want to wear a one sickness, and I don't wish it on anybody. I don't even wish it on my own enemy, because it is the horrible thing that anybody could experience in a country that has no clear plan for anybody. You are on your own. Everybody, Loma collect. They talk now. They talk. Your papa will still they pay your bills. To some of you, social media bandits, Facebook adsmen, and you and your Shinko phone and every other thing that you are using to propagate all the propagandas, Abi. Your papa you get house where you know they go to, Abi. Your papa house for Lagos. Now there you know the parents at the age of 35, at the age of 40, you day house, you day your papa compound, they wait for your mama or papa to die so that you can be a landlord. And since you don't get anything to challenge you or anything they challenge, Abi, you are there, APC, we are from Lagos. Now, one sickness like that, your papa feel no die before they sell everything, before your world turn upside down like that. And that is what Nigeria is. It's a big one for you. You can tell you, God forbid bad thing. God forbid bad thing. My God damn it. So those who are already falling under that economic hardship, they know Sabi God, Abi. Don't worry. Yesterday's survivors are today's victims. Today's survivors are tomorrow's victims. And a day by day, turn by turn, Nigeria Limited, all of us, Loma Collecti. Give it time. Just give it time. Because the other day I saw a video, and it was, what do you call it, Deji. Let's say, Mr. Ibu is sick. Mr. Ibu is an artist now. He has a job. He's a popular face. Like, they say, well, he's been suffering for a long time, and he's been spending his money, and he's already going broke. What they are demanding right now, in order to keep him alive and continue to kind of still fight his health, and God knows, I don't know what health condition he's suffering from. How did she go fund me for Mr. Ibu? Imagine a legendary Nollywood actor. I want legendary. They are supposed to be the legend. The royalty from all of what they have worked for. He is supposed to be living a very comfortable life. I'm not saying he's not living a comfortable life, but guess what? Mr. Ibu is like many of you too, who are still driving your Acura 1990cc, and you are still driving your Honda Baby Boy 2002. You are still driving. You still have your self-contained, Abi. Even that your mansion you built there in Igbogbo Ikorodu, no road, no gutter, no light, no security, or whatever it is. Sorry, Jare Princess. No, Igbogbo. You shall know what I'm talking about. The place you told yourself few years ago that, thank God, I know the parent again, inside a slum, living inside a place that looks like a prison. Again, apologies to all of you we don't build us, because waiting are built. Even the land where I buy, they won't collect them. They say people will not build anything, and then their mouth, they raise too much. Okay, I'll keep my mouth shut, and I'm not going to say it that way. But what I'm saying is this. You are just one sickness away, one tragedy away, and all of that thing, they go sell them like scrap. You go begin the open GoFundMe. That is Nigeria. It will never happen to me. Because it happens here already, because they never open your own chapter. You never have a chance of where you can no longer pretend or lie anymore. Don't worry. One time. Don't wish any bad thing. I wish you what you wish yourself. I just also want to remind you that elections have consequences. Emi Mayegun that will cry for 8 years. I've never even cried yet, because if I cry now, I cry of sorry for all of Unani. Don't be crying for myself. I weep not for myself. I weep for the generation that is coming, that will later hope or wish that they never came. Imagine being born into Nigeria in 10 years' time, in 20 years' time, in 30 years' time. And the rogues have already taken over the everywhere and everywhere. You don't go wish say me they no born you. There are jokes. So there were jokes that about people saying that and this country then bomb me again. So yeah, wow. Oh, congratulations. So he's a boy. Congratulations, he's a boy. But the boy no gree open eyes, so he no gree stop crying. You know, they say what's happen. They can't go call the diviner. Elok pe babalawo to come and consult the oracle. Why Tiomo yo she laju? Why this child is not opening his eyes and he will never stop crying? They call the men of divination. As they come, then divine. I mean, they check out. They say, now this guy died a year ago. Alimi ko gbọdọ̀ kú. You see, when he first came to this world, na hunger kill him. So he went back to go and choose it again. That if I'm coming back to this world, I want to go to the home of a rich people so that I will never die of hunger. By the time they gave birth to him again, right? Now during this Boko Haram Sambisa war, now there them born him. So as them born him, as in mama papa they dodge bullet, dodge everything. Omo, the guy went back and said, I know they stay here. Now Nigeria them born me again. Third time them born him. You saying they cry, you know stop crying. And you know open his eyes. You born person for maternity maternity ward inside one kiosk for Oshodi. The guy is now hearing people shouting Oshodi, Oshodi, Oju Elegba. If you no get money, no enter if you no get change, no enter this bus. So and right there on the radio, in that same theater or whatever, dingy, he's hearing it on the news that they've not paid the ASU for the past 18 months. And they have been on strike now for the past 2 years. And on that way as well, they say, police don't kill conductor for one junction because the conductor no pay 15 naira bribe. Nigeria again. They say, NEPA call, that they promise Nigerians that by 2050, they will get electricity. So by that time, you can't say make the guy open a eye. Open waiting. Una the craze. Open eyes inside this night. So you bomb inside Nigeria again. It may be a satire. It is the true story where people will tell you, I wish I wasn't born in Nigeria. Have you heard people say that? They mean it. And that is why some of them pretenders living abroad, they will tell you, I love my country. Every October 1st, they will begin to put up a green, white, green, lying to themselves, taking pictures with their children, family, in Canada, in UK, in America, shouting, I love Nigeria. They don't bond them well, may they relocate their families there. They don't bond them well to relocate their businesses there. But they love Nigeria from abroad. Therefore, they join the local and international prayer warriors, the praying mantis of Nigeria. Now, those ones, they will tell you, say, let us pray for Nigeria. At the back of the gathering, you go see the unity beggars. Let us pray. Let us just come together. Let us all unite. Uniting, waiting, show shiri. You are the legend uniting what? You know better when you actually reject something and probably die for it than to accept something that will eventually kill you. And that is Nigeria for you. Now, they have ruined and destroyed the Nigeria economy to the point that Nigeria Naira is now a trash. And they are not even being honest with it. I'll give you one thing, right? They tell you right now that there is inflation in Nigeria. And they will tell you inflation in Nigeria is 20 what? 25%. Oh, and you believe them? Oh dear. You better don't. You better don't. Because you see, inflation in their own meaning is that when things goes up, in fact, for inflation concept, it simply means that you buy a bag of rice, 7,500 naira 8 years ago. Today, you buy the same bag of rice for nearly 60,000 naira today. 60,000 naira. Baba. They can't tell you, say, everything don't increase by 25%. Baba, she 25% in here. Is that 25%? 75 to 60,000, same bag of rice. So I don't believe in all of that crooked economic stats, okay? I check my pockets and I'll tell you exactly what's the value of the money in my pocket can buy me. If I have lost over 600 to 700% of that value of that money, you are killing me. You are making me poorer. And it doesn't matter how much work I do. And that is called economic jihad. APC destroyed Nigeria. Tinubus is promising you 25,000 every month for 3 months right now to take you out of poverty. 25 pounds. No. $25. No. $20. That's what they are promising you. Because by the time By the time they finally say, okay, may they give you the money, dollar fee don't enter 2,000 naira. Now, if you say they're going to give you $10. People always said Nigeria was done for when the dollar was 180 naira to $1 about 80 years ago. They are now those who are now telling all of us that we are not patriotic. When dollar is now 1,165 naira to manufacture anywhere. You better start ordering and delivering it to the addresses of all these Olori Brukus. They're gaslighting everybody today. Nigeria is done for. And if you are yet to understand it, it's not because you don't understand it. It is simply because you are yet to admit it. And some of you find it so difficult to even accept that you got scammed. Now you are learning the coping mechanism. Coping mechanism on how you are going to manage it. We all need to kind of begin to reduce
and that's what God is telling our Father in the Lord. If you decide to vote, if Tinubu wins, all of you are going to join. That is God has spoken. Just let it go live. Let it go live has spoken. Just we have said it. Let me say in English so that the world understands. Okay, sir.
If Nigerians vote for APC, Nigeria will sink. We will swallow in poverty. And the economy will be in shambles. If the government of APC continues, Nigeria will suffer extraordinary. I'm not in support of anybody. As a matter of fact, I don't vote. And I will never vote. I am telling you that we have never seen Archie before. Then this is when we now experience more Archie. We will be sick, the economy will be sick. I'm not saying anybody.
In the time of poverty like this, the economic principle of Yusuf is what everybody should apply in his own lives. Eat little, save more. You don't know what is happening. $1 was just 800 naira or thereabout a couple of months ago. Now $1 is over 1,000 naira. How much will it go? Nobody knows. Torito and say falafulu. Ogba salary kilawa. Igberaga week. Or bera recently light. Eat little and save more. Aye tan je chicken kola wayima. Aye shawama koma, aye ice cream ko, mugari. Jekpama, bagbe tan doctor sọ pé kò ní nutritional value. Kí ló kan nutritional value pẹ̀lú kíni? Jekpama, mugari, orí ẹja. Wallahi kò rẹ́rìn. Bo ba lo ṣe
mugari ó jekpama. So you look at me and say, are you now happy? Are you now happy that Nigeria is going through this? Abolori bruku ni she koyepori bruku tile lo fi bawa. You are asking me, am I not? Are you not? So you are now happy that people are suffering? Oh, ni kure. Say me, emi to mbu. You know how many years you have been abusing me? You know how many years you have make it your journey to come onto Mayegun? To tell me that what I am telling you is not going to help you, but what you believe. Now, whatever you believe, or what turn around, you tell me, say, are you happy now? How can you be so happy that people are going through man abroad? They don't go through makusi. I mean, you should man shake before I go match. I mean, you don't back in when you are spiritual, but I'll go bow you, could you afford that? Because no. You go touch everybody. And make I tell you something, The journey to where Naira is today, the journey, Part 1 is what Bukwari did. Shori part 2, go. Oh, man, no lie you. Any chance where you get to get out of that hole, do it. Oh. Now, person will leave, they fight for another deal. Because waiting they come. Bukwari printed 27 trillion naira. Destroyed Nigeria economy. Tinubus don't go right in own budget. You know how much they won't spend next year? Any idea? No? Okay. I'm gonna help you. Between May and this October, Tinubus government have collected over 7 trillion naira. If you convert the money, they said they are now spending money on subsidy. Subsidy is back. So now they are asking the World Bank to give them $1.5 billion. They won't give una 25,000 naira. The last time they took $1.2 billion, and that is 1.2 trillion naira. $1.2 billion they took is a loan. No, that was the one they used 57 billion to buy 360 SUV for your lawmakers in Nigeria. 360 SUV at the rate of 160 million naira per person. Abure can they give press conference. Labour Party order all our representatives to return all of the cars and reject it. As Ababure Shireni. Ababure fe madini. Now Labour Party people they talk that one. Labour Party rep. You see, I remember that time, obedient. They believe that if they manage to give the obedient contestants power, they will create Julius Malema of South Africa in Nigeria. You know, that one where we say the speaker go they talk. Julius Malema people, where they wear red. They go stand up and say, shut up, Mr. Speaker. You are corrupt. You are a criminal. They say, no. Take that back. Don't call me a criminal. I said, take that back. I said, no, Mr. Speaker, we cannot take it back. Oh, you know, they shall create sin. I say, no, you know, they openly. Waiting the obedient ordered. Don't be waiting them deliver. I'm serious. Labour Party has about 37 elected National Assembly members, senators, and reps. Now, each rep member has been given SUV of 160 million naira. The money they removed from the borrowed money, they took a loan as a loan of $1.2 billion as a way of cushioning the effects of the removal of subsidy. That they will use the money to buy buses, to improve the whatever. Now, from that money, they come out 56.4 billion naira to buy cars for this rogue. So people call, they say, I trust labor. I trust our labor people, they will reject it. Obedient come force or come make Labour Party leadership to say, it is true. Nigerians are going through hell. That they buy you 160 million car from money with them borrow. Who they do this kind of thing? Show example. Return them. Even some obedient, they talk, say, return waiting. It's official car. They need to also go. But some of these obedience were like, it's a disgrace. You must return it. We need people to at least stand up against. We want it to be different. Baba, go on YouTube. Waiting a order. Waiting then deliver. You go learn them. So that you will not be too disappointed. So you get. You go and see what you ordered and what they delivered. You ordered competent, morally upright individuals because Peter Obi is an embodiment of at least morality, this and all of that, competence. I don't forget all those things that they use. What be that way they use for Peter Obi again? Competence, 3 C's. Competence, I don't know. So they still say that Peter Obi then they elect. Now when they can't deliver them, deliver waiting them ordered. Some of them are now saying, yeah, we go show you in 2027. We make sure that Avibati Moriti Labour Party elected members started saying, Abure, they talk to the world. Who is he talking to? If they give Abure 160 million naira SUV, he go reject him. Now, Labour Party lawmaker, they reply Abure, they are chairman. They're not. We are here to work with the presidency. We are here to Shekiniko, and majority of the obedient are now knowing better too. We are all going to learn. Life is a teacher. The more you live, the more you will learn. You cannot apply any logical thing from anywhere that you have adopted that and apply it to Nigeria. Why are we in you? They're going to run you mad, And that's why people like us, instead of us to be so angry and mad all the time about Nigeria, we have turned it into a joke, because that's the only way you can manage it, unfortunately. So waiting I heard that, waiting then deliver. You are welcome to the party. Now everybody's now saying that they are going to show them next election. So if edible. So now still going to get PVC, Abi? Jesus Christi. But what do you want us to do? No, I don't know. I don't know what you, because I don't even know. I don't know how to say it to you. So Unasi they plan to get PVC. Okay. So they shall said I will show them next election. We are going to make sure that all of them, they will not return. I say, can you see this now? But what do you want us to do? Baba, go and get your PVC new because me libere. But at the right time, I no go tell you what to do again and again anymore. Now you go to tell us, say, Mayegu, you know they see us, we don't start them. We don't know what we go do now. Because election cannot save Nigeria. Criminals cannot conduct election. Don't you get it? Look at all of the institutions that are meant to put together a real system that is going to usher in a real leadership that is through people's consensual majority agreement. So look around you. Shade and police have been at the army, have been at the justice. Overlogba PVC. May no be like say at the PVC shame you. Because that one too can be a word. Are you trying to PVC shame us? We did what is right, and we stand on what is right, and we believe that we have to continue to fight. I'm not PVC shaming you. It's just that it's ridiculous, right? That people that do the same thing again and again sometimes are looking for a different result. Criminals can't conduct elections, can't you see? You will never get any. No, it's not going to happen. If APC, Egbe, had their day the moment they started announcing these rogue criminals that nobody elected, Baba, if they have had it that day, around that time you would have stood your ground and say, indeed, if they try to tamper with the people's will like that, there will be consequences. But now they wait for 2027. Because they will allow. But again, before I go, there's something you should know. The war in Niger Republic that was averted is not completely averted. I'm serious. It's not completely averted. Because as you are watching this video, Tinubus and his whoever was working with him, they were planning to smuggle the president where they removed from Niger Republic. You remember that coup? And that is why they usually try to manipulate you every step of the way. You know the tape before you forget something. I know you are not forget. That forgetful. I'm just joking, okay? But you shall remember, the guy that got overthrown. That if Tinubu started mobilizing soldiers, he won't go invade Niger. That Bazoum, Omo, Tinubu won't go work with France. They say not foreign government, but I know say not France. They won't go do Extraction Part 3. You don't watch Extraction Part 1 and 2. Go and watch it. The special, you send a special envoy to go into the most dangerous place like prisons or what do you call it, to go and bring an asset. For example, now, I use myself as an example. For example, now let's say Nigeria criminal government, okay, no, man, I'll use my example. Man, use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for example. Let's say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as he is there, being locked up in that dingy and dungeon of all these criminals, okay? So you can stage an extraction. You put together the best team, special SEAL, CIA, NIA, EFCC, ICPC, APGA, and all those kind of people trained like that. You go put them together, you go send them. They fit die, but they will deliver the package alive. They will take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will deliver him to the next spot, and they will put him on the, like that, collection point. If they send about 12 people, even if not just 3 people make it to the extraction point, they go deliver that person. They will deliver him into a special aircraft that will lift the person out of that place. All of these things will be done codedly. You never watched that film? Extraction. Now, waiting call won't go do drug dealer. They won't go do extraction of the former president of Nigeria Republic this morning. True story. True story. So 90 minutes, you see, people who don't watch American film tire. They know what I'm saying. Okay. Now, the plan was, I'll tell you this one. The plan was they were going to break into the house arrest where Bazoum and his family are being kept. Okay. Now they are going to kill everybody. We won't try to stop them. The guards, everybody. They will now do all this commando. They will just take Bazoum. They will take his family, and they will just be like, echo, army, soldier front. You know what I mean? Alpha, soldier, echo, chamber, and all those things, cha. Like, coming over. This was the plan. I don't know how they did it, cha. They catch them. The plan was they were going to take Bazoum from where they are keeping him in Niamey. They are going to move him and his family in a military-style convoy. And once they move him close to the border of Nigeria Republic, there will be a chopper already waiting. So that chopper will lift him from that border of Niger, lift him into Nigeria. So when he gets into Nigeria, Tinubus will give him a presidential kind of treatment. All right? So they will now say Bazoum is still the president of Niger. So they will now use the fact that Bazoum is no longer in detention. He is now in exile to stage an attack on Nigeria Republic. Now, so the junta, they got the wind of it. Nigeria she fair for war, sha. Tinubus still won't fight this war. Tinubus still want to try something that eventually will put, normally by now they're supposed to don't kill like maybe 500,000 or 600,000. If to say 5 months ago, Tinubus that was desperate for acceptance and legitimacy, who was trying to work for France and America, okay, they told him to jump. Tinubus asked them how high. They say as high as possible. They will started mobilizing Nigerian soldiers. He won't send them go war. War, we be say, people don't know in Nigeria. Nigeria has about 7 states that borders Nigeria Republic and Burkina Faso, all these places. So states that will be the victim of the war. So by now, about 500,000. Because should be even at the watch. Okay, 500,000 take budget. That's an exaggeration. 5 months, 500, 100,000. Maybe by now, I want to probably be 300,000. So you cannot compare your life with that of the Middle East or this one you are hearing. For Africa, Tinubus wasn't thinking until David Undenye released that memo, the memo that Tinubus secretly gave to the Nigerian military service chiefs to start mobilizing. 10,000 Nigerian soldiers were mobilized to Sokoto in preparation for war. They were already moving things until they told the way that, Baba, you go need the permission of the Senate. You cannot just go and declare war like that. No be so EBO. So they made them write Akpabiole. Akpabiole now was like, Baba, no go. People say, me, you no go. All these jihadists are booking for you, say, me, you no go. So Tinubu, who was stopped from starting war with Niger, was also planning behind the scene to bring the post-president to Nigeria. What does that mean? Is that so if they bring the post-president to Nigeria, and they can't make him president in Nigeria, whereby he's going to be president in exile in Nigeria. So should Nigeria never get involved there or started a war like that? Tinubu makubayi. Elo ejelo prepare. Kelo dira. Anyway, I thought I should let all of us have that come back so that we can call it a catch-up. From tomorrow, it is going to be back to our regular. So thank you for spending your evening with me. It is really good to be back. And I hope it's worth it. That, oh my God, this is what I have missed. I have missed this. So I've missed you too. I've missed everyone too. And I want to say thank you for finding time to join us on this catch-up tonight, okay? I am going to see you some other time. But remember, okay, I don't think I need that anymore. I was talking about the GLA. I had some clip here I was going to show, but it's inconsequential and irrelevant, okay? So we'll leave it at that. So thank you. And don't leave without liking, subscribing, or sharing as you should of this program. I will see you some other time. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari láyé bí nàmbà wá. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari láyé bí nàmbà wá. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun dayari láyé bí nàmbà wá. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari láyé bí nàmbà wá. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari láyé bí nàmbà wá. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari láyé bí nàmbà wá. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari láyé bí nàmbà wá. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari láyé bí nàmbà wá. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari láyé bí nàmbà wá. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari láyé bí nàmbà wá. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari láyé bí nàmbà wá. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari láyé bí nàmbà wá. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń gba rìbá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.